Hello, hello. You guys hear me okay? Yeah? Yeah, we're back at the good setup. People should be excited about that. We're back at the good setup. Yeah. Everything is good again. We have good audio, good video. What more could one possibly ask for? Oh, man. What the fuck? All right. So here's what's happening this stream. For those of you who don't understand the general concept. All right? For those of you who are still struggling to understand what exactly the goal is here. Okay, so the goal here is basically we're gonna be figuring out. Here's how it's gonna work. All right, here's how it's gonna work. And also, first of all, thanks everybody for tuning in to the this is not the usual time for the stream, right? I totally understand. The reason that we're not doing the usual time for the stream is oh, no sound. Shit, is there no sound? There's sound. Come on, you guys can hear me. I can tell you can hear me. It says you can hear me. On time, Morj? No, I have to admit that I did not. Oh, poster's not centered. Oh shit! What's been going on here? Oh no. Fuck. Oh my god. It should center itself in. Okay, a little bit more this way. And yeah, we basically got it. Hold on. Maybe this is a sign that I should swap the posters. Maybe I should swap out the posters. Perhaps, instead of Egghead, we can pull out the Wano poster. Maybe I should swap this out. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe I should be swapping this out. You guys can hear. There is sound. There's sound. I know there's sound. I know there's sound. It says on the thing that you guys can hear me. There is sound. Yeah. So maybe we should swap to the Wano poster since the Wano analysis is around the corner. I did not get to... My biggest thing was I wanted to finish the Wano analysis before I did my little trip. I couldn't do it. Then my goal was to write the Wano analysis during the... They're starting with the no sound even when it has it. It worked on me that one time, but you guys need to come up with a new trick if you're going to get me with that sort of thing again. Also, let's get the likes up to 50 real quick. And maybe instead of Wano, how about whole cake? Who wants a whole cake? You guys want whole cake instead? I'll remind you guys that basically the month is we're getting towards the end of the month, so let me pull this shit up. We're getting towards the end of the month, so everything that basically we're bundling together for the Great Pirate Race collection for this month: Egghead, Wano, Whole Cake Island. Yeah, it's basically available for the rest of this month, and then Dredge isn't really making it again. So, because the process is a bit different than usual fan art posters, so he hand cuts the posters. So it's more handmade. He's just doing it this month. I'm gonna post it here, and then obviously for those of you who don't remember, if you get the bundle, then with the bundle you get to join me on stream for a segment, and you get to join the private happy hour that I'm gonna be hosting once a month. So, yeah. Just something to consider. I'm going to post this stuff here. Oh, Strife back? Oh, European-friendly stream. There we go. Yeah, the reason we're doing a European-friendly stream is just because I just got back from my trip, and I knew that I would be... It's just streaming at night would be stretching me a little bit thin today, so I would rather stream midday when I'm still filled with energy and everything, because I need to sleep a lot tonight, basically, is what I realized. So... yeah, that's basically what the situation is. Godzilla says, "What is Dredge?" Oh, Dredge is Dredge is the artist of these posters, and he reached out to work with us on this project. Us being me, myself, the editor of this channel, etc. Yeah, and he's a pretty well known in the general fan art sphere in terms of different communities, fan arts, and stuff like that. Like. his work has been tweeted out, like his Sonic artworks have been tweeted out by the official, like by the Sonic the Hedgehog movie film promotion and stuff like that. Like, he's a pretty big deal. So if you want the posters, this is the last month that he's doing these 3 Egghead Wano Whole Cake. And yeah, obviously when you get them, you get to join me for a live stream segment. You get to debate me on whatever, argue with me about whatever. You want to tell me that Law is really great, he's stronger than Zoro, we could talk about that. Or if you want to join for the private happy hour, you get that as well. So anyway, Wano analysis when? I swear to God, that is the I'm trying to finish it. It's soon. It's very soon. It's not next week. I was hoping to get it done before Iceland. Did not get it done before Iceland. Could not work on it in Iceland. And it's not going to be done by this week. So it's not coming out next week. I thought it'd be done by September. That was the day that I picked, or that was the window that I picked to try and finish it out. Could not hit that window, but we're almost there. I promise. Razvan Antonescu, thanks a lot. Imperial Morj, I want to go to Iceland. Any tips and tricks? Did you do the Golden Circle in Iceland? The 5 Elder hugs you. We did do the Golden Circle. So what we did was the Golden Circle area, which is basically like you hit Vik, Selfos, it's after Reykjavik, and then there's some waterfalls up top that that you can hit. I forget the names of everything because the names are all in Icelandic. But the tips and tricks, I'd say, is basically if you go to Iceland and you're going for, let's say, a week, you kind of have to pick what you want to do. So our mistake was going in expecting that we could just see the Northern Lights guaranteed, right? That's not the case. You are going to be able to see the Northern Lights guaranteed with your camera, like with your phone. You'll be able to pull it out and be able to see Northern Lights in the sky. But to the naked eye, you usually need a storm that's a very strong storm combined with clear, cloudless night. It's something that happens fairly rarely in Iceland, but it can happen. So if you want to see like clear, crystal clear with all the colors and everything like that, that's going to be a little rarer. Now, what you can get pretty much guaranteed is good video of the Northern Lights, good photos of the Northern Lights, because your camera is more sensitive. It can capture what the naked eye can't. So I have photos of myself with the Northern Lights in the background. I could show you. I don't know how well it'll show up on here, but let me pull up. Yeah, a couple photos of myself with the Northern Lights. But what I'm about to show you on the phone is not as clear, or is more clear than what it is in actuality, if that makes sense. So, it's two different things. Let me see. Let me pull this shit out. Here we go. Here, we're doing it. Where the fuck is it? Where is this shit? Where is this? Hold on. I promise I got you. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So this is photo number 1. Can you guys see this kind of okay? This is a photo with, you can't see it too well with, I guess this angle here. Here's another photo. This is me with Northern Lights and stuff in the background. The photo itself, because now you're seeing the phone camera photo through this camera photo, so it's not as clear. But if you looked at just my phone camera, you can see the Northern Lights more clearly. But to the naked eye, what it looks like more so is a bit of a white haze, if that makes sense. So you can see clearly that there's lights and the sky is a bit more illuminated, and you can see this haze, but the color isn't there with the naked eye, unless it's a really strong storm, which we did not get. So instead, I would strongly suggest, if you're going to Iceland, 1, be prepared to spend a lot of money. Iceland is stupid, insanely expensive. Like, a mediocre random burger there will cost like $25. A Caesar salad there will cost like $22, basically. The simplest way to put it is that gas there is like $8.25 a gallon. Okay, everything is insanely expensive in Iceland because they don't really grow things as much, right? So they're more limited in everything that they have to bring in a lot of their commodities from other countries, which just naturally makes things much more expensive, right? So Iceland is very expensive. You have to go there with a big budget. My family found that out the hard way because we went there like, oh, Iceland, like the plane tickets aren't that bad, and then we got there and we're like, holy shit, they're sucking us dry every single day. So it was expensive. It was worth it. But the other thing is, like, don't go expecting Northern Lights. If you want to do Northern Lights, you have to kind of pencil out a separate sort of trip wherein you go with the sole intent of seeing them, and you have to really be focused on finding like a camping area somewhere more remote, far away from city stuff, and really just commit to like every night planning to stay out really late and traveling around to try and capture the northern lights, all right? If you want to just experience like the natural beauty of Iceland, which I think is its greatest strong point outside the northern lights, then Golden Circle is a good idea, and you'll just be able to see, like, everything you see is going to be beautiful. You can find waterfalls here, you'll find lava flows here, glaciers, etc. It's just a really easy country to tour. We were never strapped for time. There's geysers, there's... we're never strapped for time because when everything's more nature-centric, you know, nature's going to be there no matter what. You're not really missing particular windows. It's just what you do with your daylight. Lars Caesar, thanks for being a Pirate King to your member for 6 months. Congrats on your second kid, Mr. Morj. BTW, my favorite fit of all time is Water 7 Sanji. Really? Water 7 Sanji? I think, like, even Water 7 Sanji does look good. I think, like, is that where he's wearing orange and shit? But I think that Wano Sanji, when he's got, you know, the gloves and stuff, that's pretty cool, too. I forget what happens to the gloves later in Wano, but I thought that was good. Okay, guys, here's how we're doing it. Mirvox says, do you get any LBF ideas while in Iceland? So here's the thing. Iceland is actually not that... It doesn't play up its Viking shit that much. It doesn't feel like that, you know, Norse-inspired in terms... Like, there's some bits of mythology that they have that comes up, like the Hoodle folk, which are like kind of fairy little gnome-type creatures that exist, but they don't play up their Viking stuff that much. I talked about this in previous streams, but... The one thing is that they, like, put Viking shit on all of their beers, but then their beers are really soft and fruity, so the beer stuff doesn't even work. The beers are really good, but they're soft and fruity. So there's not really, like, you don't see that much, at least from what I remember, you don't see that much, like, Viking imagery or inspiration or even reference to that stuff that much, in my opinion. Yeah, I think some people are going to love that you're streaming early, says Ali Clown. I think a lot of people are going to get to tune in who don't normally get to tune in, so, you know, it's a win for some people. Water 7 stays superior? Yeah, maybe. Okay, here's how we're going to do it, all right? I'm thinking this, okay? I kind of want to see who people would say is the best dressed Straw Hat. Oh, okay. There's two ways that we can do it. I'm going to tell you what I was envisioning, and then you guys can say the other option, what you guys were envisioning, okay? Or there's two options, right? What I was envisioning is this. We're going to go arc by arc and rate the Straw Hats' outfits, okay? Arc by arc. No, sorry. It's going to be like this, okay? So we're going to go arc by arc and rank the Straw Hats' outfits for that arc. So, for example, you take something like Wano and you rate, or like Egghead Island, and you rate who was best dressed to worst dressed that arc, okay? And we're going to have a running tab of, like, who got first place, second place, third place, etc. And then we're going to go through all the arcs. And at the end of it, we're just going to average out, okay, who was best dressed overall then? You know, like Sanji was third place here, second place here, fourth, etc., blah, blah, blah. You rank that all up and average it out and see basically just who consistently, you know, who's the winner for overall best dressed. So that's one way that we could do it. So that's more intra-Straw Hat competition, right? Each arc, we're comparing them to each other. The other way we can do it is we can compare them to themselves. So it could be something like, just rate, if we're using Sanji as the example, we could rate Sanji's outfit every single arc and then be like, okay, what arc was he best dressed? What arc was he worst dressed? Something like that. I don't know. I don't have a particular preference, and this stream I'm probably going to defer to you guys quite a bit more because I've never been that much of like an outfit type person, I think. I mean, I know when I like a character's design. Fuck, man. Hair's all over the place right now. I know when I like characters' designs, but I'm also not as particular in terms of like nitty-gritty, like, oh shit, they've got this little piece added to their attire or something. That's a huge deal. I don't know. Okay, let me catch up on these real quick, and then I'm going to give you guys a poll. Philly, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 9 months. Also, that time is approaching pretty soon. I think by the end of the week, we'll post the Pirate King podcast submissions poll. So, like, anybody who's interested in joining Pirate King tier and getting your question answered in depth about anything One Piece, other manga, other anime, other movies, real life related, etc. in my hour-and-a-half long podcast that I've been doing every month, you can join the Pirate King podcast for that, and you get access to all previous podcasts. All this agenda shit has ruined the community I once loved. Whether it's Usopp from this chapter or anytime Zoro and Sanji show up, you're one of the few that stay away from it, and I appreciate it. Hey, I get in on, I appreciate that you appreciate it, But I get in on the agenda stuff as well sometimes, you know. If Zoro and Law shit is involved, I'll talk about... I think maybe I talk about it a little less. Like, when the Monster Trio had their panel here, the last thing that I thought about was, oh, what does this mean in terms of their power scaling? That's the last thing I thought about. I was shocked to see that that's what everybody harped on when they saw the chapter. So that was kind of discouraging. But, you know, I think that's just what it's turned into to some degree. And it's just the way it is. It's just the way shit is. Also, let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. The Goat, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 3 months. I'm happy to see all the Pirate King tier members here. Warge, thank you, I appreciate it. Razvan Antonescu, thanks for the answer, Magical Morj. How's the LBAF analysis going? Diablo Jambe, hug you. Thanks, man. The LBAF analysis has not progressed whatsoever, but that's because there's only one chapter. Lucas Alibaba says, first is better because it's basically second, except more. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's see. First is more toxic. First one, second one. Okay, I'll do the poll. Okay. Let's do it. Dave Poole 84 says, what is there to power scale from that? I mean, people wanted to argue that each attack must be equal, and therefore this means that. The one thing I will say is that, like, before Sanji got his eyebrow flip and got Ifrit Jambe, like, the thing that I talked about this a little bit on the Morjcast last week, which is just that it's Sanji's thing is all like he has more speedy attacks. Like, that's his thing. He tends to do more so a barrage of attacks usually. So if you're comparing a single kick from Sanji, it's, how to explain? Like, before he got his eyebrow flipped and before he got, you know, the eyebrow flip, the exoskeleton stuff, and Ifrit Jambe, it is true that he didn't have any singularly strong, like, kick attacks that were all that powerful. You know what I mean? Like if you're to compare a Zoro Tatsumaki, that cut Kaido, right? Which is really impressive, considering, like, even Luffy's Gear 4th attacks in Act 1 weren't damaging Kaido. Sanji, before he got his eyebrows swapped, he didn't have that, you know, single attack firepower. That wasn't even really his thing. Like, he's more about speed, etc. Like, Sanji before then, like, his Diablo Jambe was still good, but it didn't really, like, Doflamingo could kind of handle it. You know, like, Doflamingo could block it, and that's okay. So that's, like, a ways away from doing attacks like Luffy and Zoro are doing, which are capable of damaging Kaido, right? That's why Sanji needed that power-up, right? So that's why he needed the power-up where he got his eyebrows swapped, and then he can do Ifrit Jambe and all sorts of more high-level firepower attacks, right? I don't think that that's a negative... Like, I don't understand where people are getting... So, like treating this as an insult that Sanji used Ifrit Jambe, because it's like, well, that was the point, you know? Like, that was the point. That was why he got the power-up, right? That he got the power-up so that... Because before, his Diablo Jambe wasn't quite cutting it for a lot of... Like, it wasn't keeping up with the power scale of the New World, but that's why he has the new power-up, and that's why he can do Ifrit Jambe. Sanji is also way faster than Zoro in this form. Like, way faster than Zoro in this form. So, there's not, like, you could say, well, Zoro can do this in base and Sanji has to use Ifrit Jambe, and it's like, that's true, but that's just to match, like, individual attack power, right? What we also know is that Sanji gets way faster in this form, so he can also output a lot more attacks than Zoro can. You know what I mean? That's basically it. Like, it's not, yeah, that's not... You know, it's not like it's not a big deal, right? Like, I think we all knew, and it was established a while back, that, you know, Diablo Jambe, you need more than that to be to be putting, like, top level New World damage out, if that makes sense. And that's why he got the power up. So there's no point in roasting him for having the power up. That's like saying, aha, Luffy has to use Gear 3rd or Gear 4th for this. It's like, that's why he got the power up. Like, yeah, he has the power up. That's good, right? All right. Jing Freaks, thanks a lot. Morj, what do you think the stretch between Elbaf and the Final War arc will be about? Other than the One Piece, what other big stuff do you wish to see? So there's one big thing that I'm trying to figure out right now, which I think a lot of people are trying to figure out, which is basically how much will it be a final war so much as a giant final race, right? I think most of us are imagining a giant final war initially for a long time, but now it feels like it might blend together and be one giant final race at the same time. So the other things that I think will happen are basically things that could just merge. Like, what does it mean to be between Elbaf and the final war? What does that really mean story-wise? Because I feel like, one, we should see a lot more encounters between various factions at sea. We should see the Holy Knights in action, finally. We should see Crossguild do something, in my opinion. I think more developments amongst the Marines in terms of how they feel post-Vegapunk's speech. That's a big deal. And we should see the Blackbeard pirates continuing to make moves to get stronger, and Blackbeard's plan become king of the world. But at the same time, I'm like, how much of those things are happening right now in the background of Elbaf versus how much of those will just begin to spiral as maybe Elbaf's a kicking off point, and then we go from Elbaf into like a big battle royale for One Piece or something. It's hard to say, you know? New X7, good to see you, man. It's been a minute. What do you think will be Garling's yokai form? That's a great question. I don't actually have a really good guess. I wonder if it'll be something devil-related, maybe. That could be cool. But I remember we tried to look at yokai forms for a stream, but when we were trying to predict the rest of the Gorosei's yokai forms after Saturn revealed his, and there was nothing that super-duper stood out. The Nurahion could be really cool. Like, that's kind of the boss of the yokai, if I recall. Let me pull that up. Nurahion is often considered to be the boss of the yokai. Nuharion. Yeah, and if you've ever read Gantz, the Nurahion's a fucking problem. Maybe it's not the boss of the yokai. I remember seeing something about it being like that. I think whatever yokai it is, it'll be a powerful one. That's all I can really say. I don't have a great guess. Maybe it'll be a Tengu. Maybe he'll be a Tengu because he has the sword and everything like that. I don't know. Tengu could be good. What is this? Whatever, man. Razvan, thank you again. Invincible Morj, can we expect an entire One Piece analysis at the end of the series? The type of analysis only you can do. Celestial hug you. Assuming and hoping that I'm still doing YouTube by that point. Yeah, I think, and that'll be like, you think that'll be the longest, most extensive video I'll ever do. And I'm not like the type who likes to split things into parts, so it'll probably be a fucking 3-hour long video or something like that. So, I don't know. That'll be... I think that's very, very, very likely. And I appreciate the compliment, of course. This chair needs to be adjusted. 1 second. Okay, that feels better. All right. What am I doing now? All right, let's do the poll. Loud Waffle says you're the boss of the yokai. Fenrir theory. Let me look that up. Fenrir is a wolf, right? Fenrir is the giant wolf. So why is it believed that he'd be a wolf? A wolf doesn't seem that interesting to me, for some reason. Someone says, I found a Reddit post that says, this is why Reddit's so useful. Someone had a Reddit post saying, can someone describe to me literally everything about Fenrir? No, this is too much reading. I just know Fenrir is a wolf. Fenrir is a wolf. What does he have? Does he have, like, powers? Or is he just power just being a wolf? If he doesn't have powers, it's kind of lame. I would love Garling to have some... Because you know, like, all the other Gorosei have abilities that come with it. Like, Warcury gets crazy durability. Venus Juro gets super speed and ice powers. Mars gets flight and fire powers. Saturn, who's actually very weak, he actually gets... Even though he's weak, he gets the best combination of special abilities, I think. Because he has his telekinesis, you know, he has his poison and his poison explosives. Maybe that's not the best combination, but Saturn gets some good special abilities, I think. And then I guess Jupiter gets the short end of the stick. He can just suck stuff in, so it's not really a big deal, but you know. Okay, let me do the poll on how we're going to do this, all right? Let me do the poll, okay? Job ready to wolf already? Okay. Here, we're doing a poll. All right, so let me just explain the poll conceptually to you guys so you don't get it messed up. All right, also let's get the stream likes up to 100. How should we do this ranking? Okay. Rank strats against each other every. Rank strats against each other. Each Straw Hat's best arc. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Fuck what I do. Alright. Oh, shit. What did I do here? Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright. So either option 1, okay, I'm going to put up the poll and then I want you guys to listen. I'm going to put up the poll and then I want you guys... Okay, I'm going to do this way, alright? I'm going to explain it once really quick, and then I'm going to put up the poll, and then I'm going to explain it again. And then just, if you don't understand it, wait till you hear my explanations, okay? So, because it's a little bit confusing, all right? Actually, let me even show you guys a visual so you guys understand what I mean. All right, let me show you guys a visual. Visual explanations here. Visual explanations. All right, visual explanations for the people. All right. Give me a second. I know supers are coming. Let me just do this a second. All right. Okay. So, here. Either we're doing it like this, which is, this would be like East Blue, Tucking Alabasta, right? Skypea, right? Wano, Egghead, yada yada yada. And then we are ranking like Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, right? And then it's like East Blue, we say Luffy looks the best, then that, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then this next arc we're saying like 2, 3, 1, 2, oh fuck, 4. Don't read too much in the rankings. It doesn't matter, right? This is an example, right? Etc. Etc. 5, 3, 3. Okay, right? And then at the end, average equals whatever 13 divided by 5 is. I don't know. Whatever 13 divided by 5 is, like 2 point something, right? 2.4, whatever, right? You guys get it, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, we either go through each arc, rank the Straw Hats outfits by arc, right? And then at the end of it, we come away with, okay, who was most, we average their ratings and then figure out, okay, who was best dressed, right? We can do it like that. We can do it like that, or we just rate the Straw Hats against each other. Okay, so that's option 1. Option 2 is rating the Straw Hats against each other. Rating them against each other, or no, rating them against themselves, right? So rating them against themselves, it's like East Blue. Okay, Luffy, we'll say Luffy's outfit for an East Blue we felt like is like a 7.5 or something, right? Alabasta is an 8. Skypea was a 5, right? Stuff like that. And then we're getting to the end of the story, and we're like, okay, what was Luffy's best outfit by his own standards, right? That's the 2 ways we can do it. That's the 2 ways we can do it, all right? Okay, so either we're doing it against each other and figuring out who is overall consistently the most best dressed, or we're ranking them against themselves and just figuring out who's Luffy's best outfit, what's Zoro's best outfit, yada, 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 all right? Stride Choco with a good point. Option number 2, so there's no favorite character bias. Yeah, that's a decent point. It's a decent point. But there's also some toxicity that we like, right? So I don't know. It's hard to say. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I got a slight cold, I think. All right. It is. Oh, it's close. It's tight. It is tight. It's very tight. Shit. Count Douglas is not sure why we can't do both. Well, part of it would be to avoid toxicity. Somebody said, and this is true, that doing the ranking them against each other will organically also allow us to figure out which arc is each Straw Hat's best outfit to some degree. You know? Starcheesy Franco says, I mean, what the fuck are Usopp and Chopper fits? Well, they're always going to lose in the rankings then, huh? I don't imagine Chopper winning a single one of these. I'll just say that right now. Okay. It looks like we're going to rank them against each other. Looks like we're going to... Okay. All right. I think we're going to rank them against each other. I think we're not... Okay, what we're not... Okay, here's a slight compromise, because I just thought about it. We are not going to do a numerical ranking. We're just going to do a rating. Rating and ranking are very different. Ranking would be saying Luffy's best, then Zoro's third, then Nami was second, Usopp was fifth, Sanji was fourth, right? That would be a ranking, right? Let's do a rating. That also is necessary because I just thought about it. Averaging rankings becomes very difficult as we add more members to this because the numerical scale changes, right? So we'll just rate, like, what's a scale, right? We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we could do it by words. Let's do it by words, right? So, like, let's be honest, I don't know the lingo that well that you kids know, right? So what is the, like, is mid, we could use I'm actually cringing thinking about this, though. I was like, we could do fire, like, mid, stuff like, we could rate it by words, but I think that's kind of cringe. We could just say good, great, okay, decent, bad, right? We could do that too, but that feels cringe the other direction because it just feels really non-descriptive and kind of dull for rating clothing. So maybe we just do numbers. Drip versus sauce. Yeah, I don't know. Just 1 to 10. Just 1 to 10. Let's do 1 to 10. Tom says you're a kid. Yeah, but I'm not versed in the Gen Z slang, you know? All right, clean, blah, blah, blah. Good, fire, bad, horrible. How do people feel about that? Good, fire, bad, horrible. Christoph Brew is suggesting that. Good, fire, bad, horrible. How about that? There should be an okay. Good. Oh, no, you said fine, not fire. I'm misreading. Good, fine, bad, horrible. How about great? Great, good, fine, bad, horrible. Lars Caesar says, mate, we're all 27 here. I'm 28. Fuck. Okay, let's just do, like, last thing. Drippy clean mid garbo, says Daniel Bajkovsky, and that's what I'm kind of talking about. Like, that's the type of language that I would love to be able to use. Unfortunately, that's not in my natural vernacular. I'm not good at that sort of thing, right? Skibidi, Hoktwa, maybe even Gyat, that's too far out of my range. I can't use those words. Drippy clean mid garbo, at least kind of understand this, right? Drippy is the best, I think, then clean, then mid, then garbo. Okay, so here's the options. Here's our scale. What's the scale we use? All right. What's the scale we use? Okay. Either 1 to 10, drippy, clean, mid, garbo. Oh, wait. Yeah, we need averages, right? So 1 to 10 works it out. I mean, we could assign numerical values to the others, so that's not true either. Drippy, clean, mid, garbo. Great, good, okay, bad. I don't know why I did a scale of 1 to 10. Wouldn't it just be 1 to 4 by that same logic? It doesn't matter. Those are the 3 options. That's what we're doing. Those are the options. I don't know why I gave you so many options when you guys just want to do the numerical scale. All right, we're doing the numerical scale. Numerical scale is happening. It's the numerical scale. And I kind of want to do 1 to 5 just to keep it simple. 1 to 5 keeps it simple for me. I'm going to do 1 to 5. All right. All right. We'll do a 1 to 5 scale. If it starts to err into territory of us using 3.5, 4.5, shit like that, I'll consider just doubling everything and doing a 1 to 10 scale. Okay. Yeah, Tom Tom says 1 to 10 is stupid because most of the numbers never get used. That's the difficult thing with 1 to 10 scales, in that like it turns into a 5 to 10 scale, where like the lowest someone will go is 5 and the highest someone will go is like 10. So let's do 1 to 5 scale. All right, here's the situation, right? We've got our stuff. I mean, the situation is the situation, right? Start with pre-built tables. Smart chips. I don't know what any of this shit means. Okay. Sanji, Chopper. I don't even know why we're including Chopper. Robin, Frankie, Brooke, Jinbei. All right. They don't change outfits that often, right? So all of Luffy's outfits. Is there an easy way? Oh, here we go. Some good shit. What the fuck? You can just see everything. Okay, so can I do this for every Straw Hat? Can I just do this for every Straw Hat? Is there a convenient way I can see the outfit for every Straw Hat, every arc? Okay, so Luffy is easy. All of... Let's try Zoro's outfits. Okay, yeah, we can do it by this. Okay. No, I think Straw Hats... We'll just go arc to arc, right? Straw Hats, East Blue. So the East Blue is simple because the Straw Hats really did not change their outfits in East Blue. I think Nami changed it once, right? Nami had a different outfit in Arlong Park. She had a different outfit in Arlong. So some of the Straw Hats do outfit changes at points where the rest don't. Like, what was Zoro? Straw Hats, Arlong Park. What was Zoro wearing on Arlong Park? I think Zoro changed his outfit in Arlong Park too. Okay, so we'll just do that then, all right? Arlong Park will be separate. So East Blue, then Arlong Park. What was Nami wearing in Loketown? Did Nami change in Loketown? This is gonna be fucking difficult, man. I can't... God damn it. Tom says Nami changing was a plot point. Yeah. I'll do Arlong Park. Use the wiki. Yeah, but then I gotta open up a different... I would love to be able to see each of the Straw Hats per... Volume covers, right? Volume covers would be the best way to see the Straw Hats. Okay. Volume covers. Yeah, here we go. Right, because volume covers should fairly consistently show all the Straw Hats as needed. No, because this shit never happened. God damn it. Okay, here we go. Straw Hats outfits compilation. All right. Thank you. And this is from 9 years ago, so we just have to look at the latest arcs after that. All right, here we go. We're working. Okay, now we're cooking with fire, oil, whatever the fuck the phrase is. Okay, now we're ready. All right. Straw Hat Wiki Gallery. That's a good point. Alright, doesn't want to scroll for me. That's cool. The fuck? This doesn't have a gallery. There's no gallery. There's no gallery. Does anyone have a gallery? Does anyone know what this guy was fucking talking about? Alright, this is not helpful. When I was young, I used to read the One Piece wiki so much. Like especially like middle school age, I would just deep dive through the wiki. There's so much. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, here we go. Nah, this is stupid. All right, this doesn't work. There should just be one spread that shows all the strides for every arc. That doesn't explain. That doesn't exist. All right. All right. Yeah, no, we got their outfits separately. That'll be okay. That'll be okay. We can do it. What the fuck? Where do subs go? What the fuck? Or I guess Nami's is missing. Just click on the character. But then then that's no different from the thing that we just pulled up. You're saying you want me to have a tab open for all of this shit? That's insane. Oh, I guess the galleries aren't that big. Yeah, maybe this is better. Alright, you guys are right. No, this doesn't have that much. Hold on. Pre-time skip. Does this have everything? It says... Where's Skypiea? I feel like this wasn't what he wore in Skypiea. Yeah, this skips Skypiea. This doesn't have everything. I feel like this has... Yeah, this has everything. Although I guess the Skypiea outfit was the same. But no, this has everything. Alright, we're rolling with this, whatever this user did. We just need an extra one for Nami. I guess we'll use this for Nami. We can use this for Nami. We can work with this. Alright. Okay, we're good. We're ready. We're starting. Here's the arcs. East Blue, Arlong Park. I'm going to pick one stride and use them as the... I'll use Nami. All right, so what arcs did people have outfit changes? Did everyone change their outfit? This is Arlong Park. This is Drum Kingdom. Did Luffy change during Loketown? Not really. Did Usopp change during Loketown? Not really. Sanji didn't really change during... Okay, so we can't just do it by every time Nami changes her outfit. This may contain erotic or adult imagery. Whose is this? This is just... Whose is this? This is just Vivi. Vivi we're not even including in this. Alright. Chopper, simple. Robin, simple. Okay, so I think we're going to skip Loketown. We're going to do Arlong Park. I think the next big change is Drum Kingdom, it looks like. Then Alabasta. Then Skypiea. Then Long Ring. Super chats. Fuck. Sorry, let me catch up on supers. Thank you. Sorry about that. Let me catch up on supers. All right, hold on. I got two in my own zone. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, hold on. Quick break for supers. All right. Duck Nguyen says, Morj, do you ever regret not becoming a lawyer? That is a great question, and thanks for that being your first super ever. I really appreciate that. I hope you didn't feel like I skipped you. I didn't mean to. Just sometimes you get in the zone. I always catch up to supers, I promise. Do I ever regret not becoming a lawyer? Not one single instant. That is the genuine, honest truth. Not one single instant do I ever regret not becoming a lawyer, because being a lawyer, the more I learned about... So the initial reason that I chose not to go down that route is, one, I never really wanted to do like a normal... How to explain? I always wanted more control over my own life, so that's why I always have chosen more business or entrepreneurial routes in general. But the lawyer obviously pays very well. Good profession. I did a lot of mock trial. That was kind of what I was really good at in college and then also in high school. The reason that I didn't at least entertain the possibility of becoming a lawyer right out of college was I would have to go to law school, right? And I didn't want to go back to school for 3 years. So I pushed my parents like, hey, let me take a little bit of a break. Let me work on this side business that I'm doing. At the time, it was a videography business, right? And that kind of got going, turned into a little bit of a marketing business, stuff like that. But pushed them off for like a little bit and was just like, I don't want to go back to school just yet. 3 years of law school, not fun, especially when you just finished school. And law school is really boring and brutal, right? I did take the LSAT. So I got the LSAT done to basically checked that off, and I got a very good score. So I felt comfortable then being like, I can wait a little bit on law school. Like, there's not that much. Like, I know I'll be able to get into a good law school. I have this in my back pocket as the fallback, right? At that point in time, I still believe that, hey, if I end up becoming a lawyer, it'll be fun, because my experience with law stuff was, one, watching stuff on TV, like Suits and stuff like that, and two, mock trial, where you get to actually go argue things in fake court cases and stuff, but you're like, the fun of mock trial is like you're in front of judges, you're competing, etc., and you're like making arguments, you're making closing statements, you're doing cross-examinations, all that stuff. Now, as I got older, I found out from plenty of friends and people I know in real life who did go down the law school path, and just the realities of what being a lawyer is like. Being a lawyer is really just the majority. Like, it is not the fun stuff. It's not the only reason I wanted to become a lawyer is because I enjoyed debating. I enjoyed breaking down points, arguments, constructing arguments, things like that. That's what I enjoy, right? And like, you get the courtroom vision and all of that, of like being able to be in a courtroom and arguing these cases, right? The reality of being a lawyer is the most boring fucking job, I think, on the planet Earth, because it's really just like, a friend basically described it as, it's like your entire job is just doing homework. Like, that's your job. Like, basically like homework from like when you were back in high school or something. Like, the entire job is just doing homework. It's just, here's a case. Now the way you deal with it is you have to pour through a shit ton of case law and kind of just like cite a bunch of references and figure out, okay, according to this piece of case law and that piece of case law. And like, it's just doing a lot of research, and then like looking at the technicalities of what, like, you're reading very extensive documents and contracts and all of that stuff, and you're going word by word, line by line, to find the little technicalities and where you can have a loophole here, and cross-referencing that with case law. It's just a lot of paperwork. It's just a hyped up paperwork profession, basically. It's just the furthest thing from, it's kind of sad because, like, in terms of traditional careers, something that involved debating, arguing, logical arguments, stuff like that, that would have been my favorite thing to do. But then the reality of it is that even with something like that, it's mostly under a gigantic, never-ending pile of just paperwork bullshit and technical research and all the boring shit, right? At least with mock trial, even though you had a lot of that, it's all like, it's tightened up for college kids, right? So they're not going to give you all the case law in the world. They'll give you a packet that has a bunch of cases, and then it's on you to basically figure out which cases are relevant in terms of citing case law to your case that you're getting. But it's still more curated for you. So, and like, you're in a team, so other people can do that part for you, and then the people that are good at actually like going up and like making the arguments, they can kind of take that responsibility more. So no, I do not ever regret not becoming a lawyer. I think I actually like saved myself from a career path that I would have absolutely hated, because my concept of what a lawyer was and the fun part of being a lawyer drastically differs from what it is in real life. Niranjan Pandit, thanks for the 2. Hello, Morj. Do you think Emu has advanced Conquerors Hockey? Definitely. Reason being, the Gorosei have Conquerors Hockey. So all of the Gorosei have Conquerors Hockey. I do believe that, and it seemed implied that Venus Jora has advanced Conquerors Hockey. I wouldn't be surprised if like Warcury is able to do something like that as well. Because all of the Gorosei have Conquerors Hockey and advanced Conquerors Hockey. I can't imagine Emu himself not having extremely strong Conquerors Hockey. I think it would just be weird. I don't know. I imagine like, it would mean if Emu doesn't have advanced Conquerors Hockey, it would mean that the Devil Fruit he has is just on some obscenely, like, it has to be some true outlier Devil Fruit, like something that we've just never imagined in the story before, because it would have to be just an otherworldly level of like game-breaking power for him to be the strongest character after Joy Boy without Conquerors Hockey, you know? Because even his fucking subordinates have Conquerors Hockey. The Senate, thanks for the 5. Thoughts on Luffy's eyes always being obscured last chapter? Can't remember if you talked about this already. Luffy's eyes always being obscured. What? No, I did not talk about that because I didn't notice it. Let's take a look at that real quick. Luffy's eyes always being obscured. I know a lot of people are on the hallucination train. I kind of want to do a poll for that real quick. I'm curious where people lie on that. Yeah, the Shocker's bringing up the hallucination thing. Let me do a quick poll. Do you guys think 1127 is Nami's hallucination? We'll do a hard yes and no. I don't want to do any maybes, because then otherwise everyone's going to fucking pick maybe. Alright, let's see Luffy real quick. So eyes obscured here. I don't know if that's like a big, because his face only pops up a few times, and in One Piece generally characters like he generally closes his eyes when he's laughing, right? So the only notable time then would be right here, where his eyes are closed. But then you could argue that you don't see Zoro's eyes either. I don't know, like sure maybe it's a hallucination, but I wouldn't go by that being the reason for it. Like that's not a huge red flag to me. Oh shit! So people are really split on that. That's interesting. That's interesting. People are really split on that. That's cool. I wonder what if it turns out to be hallucination. That'd be one of Oda's coolest little plot twists ever to start off an arc. Okay. Dylon says most of us are fine with his tangents and amused by them. Hey, that's just part of me. That's what you get with me streaming. Basically, that's just the way it's gonna be. Long ring. Water 7 had different outfits than Enies Lobby, if I recall, right? Water 7 versus Enies Lobby. Let me pick. I'll use Sanji as the example here. So this is Sanji Skypiea. Sanji. No, Sanji Water 7. This is Sanji Enies Lobby, right? This is Sanji Enies Lobby, right? This is Sanji Water 7. Yeah, I think everyone kind of changed clothes on the way to Enies Lobby. Not everyone, but a lot of people. Was Zoro wearing this all throughout Water 7? Luffy definitely changed on the way to Enies Lobby, right? Let me just fucking look at a chapter. Yeah, people changed on the way to Water 7 and Enies Lobby. Okay. So we can do Water 7 separate, Enies Lobby separate. Do we do post Enies Lobby? I guess we can do post Enies Lobby. They were different enough stuff for that one. Thriller Bark, I think everyone had good outfits if I remember. Thriller Bark was a good one for the crew. I might be forgetting. I personally think that that Enies Lobby itself was when I enjoyed the crew's outfits overall the best, like across the board, if I recall correctly. I think Wano had some good stretches too in terms of outfits. Wano had a lot of outfit changes actually, like literally between Onigashima to after Onigashima. I don't know why they changed clothes so much in Wano. Okay, Thriller Bark. Then what else? Saboti, right? Saboti, Fishman Island, Rosa. Now it gets easy, right? Sorry, Punk Hazard, Rosa, Zoe, Whole Cake, Wano, Act 1/2. Then, man, they wore so many different things in Wano, right? It was like, when did the Strats all line up? Was it around here? They were all lined up in Wano. Whoops. Come on. Alright, whatever. I can't imagine losing. The best chapter ever. Alright. Where's the chapter where they were all lined up and ready to go? Maybe it's a little before this. Maybe it's after this? Fuck. Might be after this. Oh, here we go. It's right here. Yeah, okay, so they wore something on the way here, and then they all had their Onigashima disguise outfits, right? So I guess this is their main Wano outfit. Let me go back. Let me go back a second. 9. Yeah, okay. So they had their Onigashima outfit. They all changed outfits briefly at Onigashima, right? When they're entering the place. Do we count that? God damn it. Do we count their Beast Pirate outfits? I think it's kind of pointless, right? They only wear their Beast Pirate outfits for like a second. I guess it kind of counts. I thought the Wano outfits were good. I think they all look pretty badass in the Wano outfits. Oh shit. The Beast Pirate outfits, the thing is like Nami and Robin obviously look really good in those. So it's like, but then yeah, it's pretty basic beyond that. Okay. So we got Wano and then we got Egghead and then we're basically wrapped, right? So that's good. Like I think that this looks good for the majority of the crew. I don't think it's I still prefer, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Like I like Luffy's outfit here a lot, right? I like Luffy here a lot. Zoro to me is kind of standard. I think Sanji looks really good here. Maybe close to his best outfit. Nami and Robin I don't think are that strong. Jinbei looks good in my opinion. Frankie I can't even tell. I forget what Brooke's wearing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to it as we get to it. Alright. Alright. Wano Act 3 Egghead. Alright. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Is there anything I can do to kind of... Let me shrink this slide. There we go. There we go. Now you guys can see everything. Perfect, perfect. Maybe I can do... Yeah, let's do... Can I change it a little bit more specifically? Like 140? Alright, whatever. Good enough. Good enough. This works. This works. Alright. More supers. Catching up. Catching up. New X7. Thanks a lot for the 5. I was broke. Reaction to Emu's voice and Garling in anime. Garling in the anime, I only saw the still. I'm going to be honest. I didn't see anything else. I theorized Dragon versus Garling, freedom versus oppression, and Garb versus Warcry, justice versus injustice. I just wonder, like, is Garling versus Shanks not slightly more likely? Because there's, like, the clear connection there in terms of, like, father-son. But Garling versus Dragon would be really cool. Let me put it this way. If Dragon is the one who's going to fight Garling, then Dragon is stronger than Shanks. If Shanks is the one who's going to fight Garling, then Shanks is stronger than Dragon. I think that's kind of the deciding thing. Because Garling is just clearly the strongest of the Gorosei. Not clearly, but very likely to be the strongest Gorosei. Very likely to be Emu's strongest subordinate by the end of the story. I think whoever takes him out is essentially the... Whoever beats Garling, I believe, is the strongest good guy character out there right now. Right? If you think that's Dragon, if you think that's Shanks, if you think that's fucking Mihawk, whoever takes out Garling, I think that's reserved for the strongest good guy character of the moment. I don't know. The King says Shanks versus Garling, that's some Naruto writing. But is it though? Because it's just like, that's a... Why is that Naruto right? Like, fucking so many stories do stuff like that. Like, fucking the entire fucking story of Star Wars is like, oh, Luke versus Darth Vader. That's some cliche ass writing. Like, no, isn't that, you know, isn't that some interesting shit usually? Like, there's an actual personal connection there. I don't know. I don't think that's bad. Shanks versus Garling is not good. I don't know. I think for me, as long as it's not Kid and Law taking out Garling, which I unfortunately have to acknowledge is a very real possibility, and I haven't been able to get it out of my head. It's a real possibility that Kid and Law defeat Garling. Because, like, Kid and Law defeated Big Mom for some reason. Well, with help. Basically, they did 40% of the work. But Kid and Law at least fought against Big Mom, right? Even though neither of them had jack shit to do with Big Mom beforehand. I guess Kid once took out her ships, and he attacked her base. But Kid had much more connection to, like, Kaido, right? Like, he never said Big Mom's name once throughout the arc, and Big Mom didn't give a shit about Kid throughout the arc, so it was kind of just felt like they're thrown at him. But Garling would basically be the second, and Big Mom was the second strongest villain of Wano. Garling would be the second strongest villain of Garling would be the second strongest villain of the final war, I assume. So I don't know. New X7 says generally when Garling is shown, it's in the same chapters as Dragon. That is a really good point. I would love to see Dragon versus Garling. I think that's really, really exciting because I don't know who else Dragon's going to fight. So that could be good. That could be good. JWP, thanks for the 10. Mr. Morgiosity can't stay long because of class, but I'll definitely check out the VOD. Cool stream idea. I think you'll thanks to JWP, I really appreciate it, and I think you'll like what we landed on as the final version of the topic. Let me continue catching on these supers. And Garp versus Warkiri, Justice versus Injustice. I don't think Garp will fight Warkiri. I feel like Warkiri is set to be taken out by somebody like an Akainu or something like that. Just because Akainu, Warkiri has had conflict. There's been conflict there before, and I still believe that Akainu at some point is going to break the Marines off under his own jurisdiction away from the Celestial Dragons once the divergence begins and it becomes clear that the Celestial Dragons are trying to drown the entire planet. So I think that that'll be a step for Akainu possibly. I also think it's interesting because Warkiri's whole thing is that he's the hardest character in the story to damage to date. So Akainu being a very offensively powered character, having already butted heads with Warkiri in their big major scene together, I think that could be an interesting act of rebellion for Akainu. I don't know. As for Imu's voice, I don't really know what the anime is doing there. I literally have no idea because I think it's very possible the anime themselves don't know what the fuck they're supposed to do with the voice. Because, I mean, people say that the anime has insight into what Oda does. I don't think that's really the case because I think that as far as we've seen, the anime is very consistently incorrect and like teasing lots of things. So I don't know. I think whatever reason Oda wants to keep that obscured longer, maybe it reveals too much about maybe it's not even a gender thing, but it would reveal too much about Imu's true nature to reveal his voice right now. Like what if it's very childish? What if it's very deep and scary? Like we might just not have enough of a read on what Imu's character is supposed to be for the anime to feel confident about putting a voice out there just yet. Tom says, JoJo's Part 9 is fire with 19 chapters out. Art is so beautiful. That is really good to hear. I'm very excited to read another JoJo's part. JoJolion I was a little bit disappointed by, except for the final villain, which I loved and his stand. A lot of people criticize the final villain. I think it's the most fun final villain that we've had, largely due to the stand. But, yeah, in general, JoJolion I feel like was a disappointment, even though I really loved the first half of it, where it felt like it was heading. So JoJo's Part 9, I've tempered my expectations, but I'm just going to try and not get my hopes up and just wait and see. So I'm not going to, I want to binge it. I feel like JoJo's is difficult to read week to week because the plot doesn't really move forward much usually. It's generally stand fight to stand fight. So I would like to just be able to binge a lot of it. So I'm kind of just going to let it continue to accumulate and read it all in one go. The Senate, thanks for the 5. Garling's hair is blonde in the anime. Thoughts? We all thought the hair would be gray or red when he's old, but it's clearly blonde, which is interesting. I don't really understand why that is, because I feel like in the past, so if we go to like, the God Valley incident, when we're seeing him in the past, let me see. I think I just don't really understand. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I guess his hair is colored like this. His hair is shaded like that, right? So let's see how Oda shades Shanks' hair. What's the last chapter? We saw him like in 1079 or something, right? So let's see. So it makes sense. I think it makes sense because this is how Oda colors Shanks' hair, right? This is how he shades it. Whereas Garling, it's done in the traditional blonde style. So it actually does follow. It's just the facial shape that is similar to Shanks. So it makes sense in retrospect because Shanks' hair, Oda shades it. Makes sense in retrospect. Yeah, so Shanks' mom must have red hair. Yeah. Goomba Boomba, thanks for the 2. There are outfit tier lists available, might be easier. Oh! That could be good. I kind of like doing it like this. I don't know how to explain. I kind of like doing it like this. Because if we do I like the idea of judging them arc to arc. which you can't do as much with an outfit tier list. But maybe if you guys prefer that, we could shift over. This is really difficult. I think I'd rather do it arc to arc, because then you can evaluate by their own standards, whereas if you stack them all together, it becomes a little difficult, right? We'll do this. We'll do this. I prefer this. But thanks for the input, Guma Booma. Jolly D Joestar, thanks for the 2. Luffy's laugh, hee hee, when it's always shishi. That's another good point. I gotta check that again. Here, let's see. Let's do a fact check on this. Let's do a quick fact check. Where's the hee hee? No, he says she. He says she here. But, you know, Viz translation is hard to trust. Aliath05. Oh, it's a 1 out of 2. Thanks. Let's see what you're cooking up. 1 out of 2. I was thinking about how the final saga will play out, and I wonder if the series trajectory is so direct as find the One Piece and then Final War starts. So I'm gonna wait for your second comment. I'm also gonna increase the air conditioning in the meantime in my current place. I feel like I've got a cold. But I do think that it's starting to blend more in my mind to be possible that it's all just one big race. Like, you know how One Piece Stampede was? And it was a final war, but also a big race? I wonder if it's like that. The only thing is that Whitebeard also kind of spelled out that it's the wars after the One Piece is found, but maybe that was just to obscure kind of the way the order of events will actually go. Like the final battle, so Aliath is saying the final battle could be over the One Piece at Laugh Tale, like how the final battle with Enel was for the bell at Golden City's ruins. Yeah, I think that that's very, very possible at this point. I think that's very, very possible. So, I don't know. It's made me rethink a lot of things the last stretch of chapters, which I like, because I honestly felt for some time, like before we started getting lots of reveals before we got the reveals that the Gorosei are really strong and that the Holy Knights exist, and that Shanks is a Celestial Dragon, there was a stretch of time where I really felt like the final saga of One Piece will be the most predictable saga. And I think that might be weird to think now, but a lot of people kind of felt that way too, because a lot of people were penciling out, if you recall, like, okay, after we're done with Wano, the next arcs will be like Elbaf, then probably Laugh Tale, and then Morj for the final war. And that's what most people were saying, right? That was not unpopular. That was kind of considered to be the case, right? And people almost thought it was just clear what's going to happen each arc. Like, well, we'll probably deal with Shanks, then Blackbeard, then Emu Final War, etc. But then so many things happened. Like, Cross Guild was revealed. Then we learned more about the Gorosei, the Holy Knights. Sorry, I just hear some noises around here. We got Egghead Island. Nobody had Egghead Island on their fucking radar. Like, a lot of twists and turns got thrown into... Like, Egghead Island basically threw a lot of things into chaos in terms of our expectations of how things are going to go. And that's really satisfying, because you don't want the story to be too predictable in its final stretch. Because to me, it's just really cool that Oda could have set up so much and foreshadowed so much for so long, to the point that we feel like we know everything about the story, so we feel like we know how everything's going to play out in the end. And then still he hits us with more reveals and more twists and turns that are consistent somehow with everything that he's already set up, which is really, really hard to do. Because usually you get it one of two ways, where either you've set up a lot of plot threads very clearly, and so things will kind of play out in not an expected way, but you can expect what the conflicts are kind of going to center around and what they're going to be. Or you don't do a lot of clear setup, and then it feels like you're just making shit up and pulling shit out of your ass, like, towards the end, right? Like, here's Kaguya, okay, like, here you go, right? You know, like, you kind of get one of the two. But with Oda, somehow he's set up everything, but is still able to surprise us with a lot of reveals that are still consistent with what he's set up before, which is really hard to do. So I think that's awesome. It makes the final arc, like, I truly think the final saga is going to be the best stretch of One Piece. JW, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 22 months. Yo, Morj, before you disappointed us, I was a fan of your suggested route for Yonko Kid, with the other supernovas as his crew. For fun, how would you picture the dynamic of a supernova crew, minus the Straw Hats? So, I still think there's potential for Kid, and this might be fucking crazy, but I could see a merger of, like, I could see, like, a cross-guild version of a Kid in Law Alliance or something like that, right? If they're both meant to still be relevant to the story. As for the dynamics of a supernova crew, I think that it would be very, very, like, because they're peers and rivals, I think it would be very, very antagonistic towards one another. It's almost like we already kind of got an image of what that would look like when Kid, Hawkins, and Apu were in an alliance and how they would bicker and fight, and Killer would try to play mediator and things like that. So I think that would be the norm. I don't think that there'd be like concrete leadership. Tom, thanks for the 5. No spoilers, but so far it seems Araki is aware of his mistakes in part 8 and is avoiding them in part 9. Also, more plot happens chapter to chapter now. Love your videos. Oh, awesome. Thank you, man. I'm really interested to see how part 9 differs from part 8. I'm really interested to see in how it differs. I think my biggest thing with part 8 that really disappointed me wasn't even the fact that it felt like he didn't have clear payoffs planned for a lot of what he set up. I think it was more so that the entire end section of part 8, it felt like there wasn't a clear plan, and so he defaulted to a lot of the same plot beats, like damn near close to identical as part 7. And I don't see people talk about this as much, but you can break down a lot of what happens in the end of part 8 and match it beat for beat with him just basically falling back on and copying how he resolved part 7. Because part 7, everybody really loved, right? Part 8, it felt like the story kind of got into a mess, and so he's just like, let me just copy everything that I did with part 7, but like a different variant of it. And it doesn't work because there's not that same level of dramatic build-up, the character setup, the writing, the relationships. Like, you haven't written the characters and the story in that trajectory, so you can't just default to cool scenes that worked well in part 7 and ideas that worked well in part 7 without the story actually building up to that. So that's my big concern with part 9, because part 8 basically reflected to me that, yeah, it's true that Araki's strength really is not planning long-term. Like, that really is not his strength. If he's doing part 9 better than that and it feels good, I will still just wait and hold the phone on, like, getting into it. I think I might try and wait for the whole thing to end before getting into it. Just because, I don't know. I think I was burned a bit too much by part 8. I have high hopes for it. I have very high hopes for part 9, but I'm not... how do I say this? I'm keeping my hopes low, and therefore I have high hopes that it'll surprise me. Does that make sense? But I wouldn't be surprised if it's not as good as part 7 or something. That's basically it. Morj sold me Fent. Thanks for the 5. How hard do you goon every time you reread Law getting his arm cut off by Dofi? I don't actually reread that part almost ever. Because it's just like, it's just like, it doesn't, how do I say this? It doesn't negate what happened in Wano / Onigashima. So people will just say that whatever was going on in Dressrosa doesn't count. Which is arguably true, because like what he does in Wano is significantly more impressive, and it's just like, okay, randomly he got way stronger. I don't know how. Like Luffy at least has to work for his shit. Like we see Luffy working on Haki and shit. I don't know what the fuck Law was working on. He got Awakening, but he was already doing better than he was doing before, even before he started using Awakening. Poco Loco, great reference to part 7. Yonko member for 3 months, thank you. I like the guy who had the Vitamin C stand more than the main villain in part 8. So a lot of people don't like the main villain in part 8, and Vitamin C was a cool section, right? Vitamin C was definitely a cool section. A lot of people don't like the main villain in part 8. I actually really enjoy the main villain in part 8. There's not a ton of writing to him, so I understand why a lot of people don't like that. Like, it's nowhere near as well written as the villain of part 7. But it's funny to me because people really love Dio, and Dio's writing is fucking... Dio is the most shallow, basic, like, cackling, evil villain that you can ever have, and people love him. I think just because of the personality, I don't know, but Dio's just, like... I just remember before I got into JoJo's, I heard the name Dio so much, and I was like, oh, boy, I'm really excited to read about this phenomenal villain. Then you watch part 1, and it's like, okay, that wasn't that good. That was really basic, but maybe he's better later in future parts. And then you watch part 3 and you're like, no, he's fucking exactly the same. Part 7 is different, but even then, the actual villain of part 7 is better than Dio, right? Don't know why Dio is so beloved as a villain, maybe just because he's recurring or whatever. But to me, the point is that I don't know where JoJo fans get off, like, criticizing a villain for not being well written, because Dio's not well. There's no depth to the character at all whatsoever, right? Same with the part 2 villain. So to me, I kind of like JoJo's villains often just because they're cool. And I felt like the part 8 villain was fun, cool, like a different vibe and style than all the other parts villains. Without spoiling too much, he's a different slant on JoJo. Like, he clearly stands apart from the other JoJo villains in a certain regard. And then his stand is just the most fun. Just by far the most fun villain stand in JoJo, period. Maybe the most fun stand in JoJo in general. And it was a very entertaining section of the story. Even if it wasn't phenomenal for like actual deep thematic character writing purposes or whatever, it was a fun section of the story. Dio just says aura. I think maybe he has aura because like JoJo's fans like meme him so much to the point that like his name carries weight in the anime fandom. But if I was just watching JoJo's without any sort of other outside context of like how Dio is viewed in the anime fandom, I'd just be like, oh yeah, the villain for part 1 basically sucked, and then they used him again for part 3 for some reason. But there's better villains in JoJo's, and he ranks towards the very bottom. Yeah, that's basically it. Jolly D. Joe says Dio is well written as he's fun to watch. I mean, to me, is he fun to? I guess, I don't know. Like, there, you can definitely argue that, but by that logic, I argue that the part 8 villain for me is fun to watch. When he pulled out the iPod, that's a very minor spoiler, I thought that was cool. That's all I'll say. I thought the part 8 villain just had a very different vibe. It was like a more fun, carefree vibe than the other villains that I found enjoyable. It felt different than the usual JoJo's villains to me. Loud Waffle says, Ayo, what the fuck? He definitely does not rank towards the bottom. He's definitely not top 2. Because you got the part 7 villain, you got the part 4 villain, right? And those clear Dio. I think part 5 villain I have as the worst. I put Dio above the part 2 villain. Okay. The part 6 villain also, I guess it's just that I think JoJo's only has 2 good villains, and that's part 7 and part 4. The rest are very weak villains. And I think that, including Dio, I think I like the part 8 villain for the same reason people like the part 3 villain. I think or Dio as a villain, because to me Dio's just very, very generic. I found the part 8 villain everything from his design to his physical appearance, like design, the fact that he mild spoil two fingers up. No, I guess, I don't know. I don't need to spoil, really. Design, the more carefree attitude, just the vibe was very, very different from previous JoJo's villains who feel like much more controlling and they need to have their shit together, or like they're really like always, I don't know. There feels like a very common thread among JoJo's villains, and it's just different variations of the same sort of thread and attitude. His was a breath of fresh air for me. And again, the stand is just too much fun. To me, it's the most fun villain stand. I don't know. Poco Loco says he was introduced too late, and I agree with that. I think that is a major problem with him. So I will never argue that he was well incorporated into the story. I will never argue that he was well written. I'm just saying I thought he was fun. And I thought that at that point in the story, the author's just like, clearly doesn't have that much plan and is just doing whatever the fuck. I'm like, okay, well, this is a fun villain for this part of the story. It was fun for me to have that villain at a point where I no longer gave a fuck about how good the writing was, because I was just like, if we get to the end of all this and it's like another like Diavolo type like I don't know, like pearl clutching, like I have to have everything in the palm of my hand, I have to control stuff, like I want all power, etc., blah blah blah, I'd just be like rolling my eyes. For me, this was like, oh fuck, they're dealing with like a real wild card here basically for the rest of the story. That's fun for me. Anyway, all right. Let's start rolling with this. We've done this enough. Okay. I don't know how the fuck we do this actually though. Okay, let's look at everyone's East Blue outfits. Real quick. I think for this we can East Blue straw hats. I think this is easy. We just look at what they look like, right? East Blue straw hats, right? Here we go. East Blue straw hats. Their outfits are fairly simple. This is not what Nami wore in East Blue. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Their outfits are fairly simple. I don't even know how to rate these outfits. I feel like Nami had a very average outfit for this, right? How do we do this? How do we do this? Scale is 1 to 5, all right? Scale is 1 to 5. Oh, you guys can't even see. Can you guys see this shit? I think they all had good designs. I think Luffy's is generic, but by default, right? I think as far as Luffy's outfits goes, this is pretty simple. Like, it's pretty straightforward. I think Zoro has a really good outfit here. Are we rating it by how good they look? That's what we're rating. How good they look, right? So Usopp looks shitty, right? So I think we can all agree on that. Usopp looks shitty. That's a 1, right? That's a 1. Nami, pretty basic. It's just a fucking t-shirt. Like, it's just a fucking V-neck shirt, right? Nami has different outfits in Baratie and Arlong Park. Yeah, but we can't get too much into the weeds. So we're just going to do Arlong Park and the rest of it East Blue, because the rest of them don't change too much. I think Zoro's outfit looks pretty cool. Sanji obviously looks good. Yeah, I agree, Akash Panda, but we're gonna leave it. I'm gonna give Zoro a 4. I'm gonna give Luffy a 2. I'm gonna give Sanji a 4. Does that seem fair? Does that seem fair? I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Luffy cool too? I don't know. Sanji greater than Zoro, greater than Luffy, greater than Nami, greater than Usopp. I agree Usopp is last. I agree with your ranking, I think, overall. Do I give Sanji... I don't think Sanji's a 5, though. I don't know. Maybe he's a... Okay, hold on. K-Karn321 says Luffy should be a 3 in my opinion. He's iconic. Yeah, but like Naruto's like dumbass jumpsuit that he wears as a little kid in part 1, that's iconic, but it's still not a good outfit. Like, it's still an ugly ass outfit, you know? It's iconic for being so lame in my mind. And for the record, I love part 1 Naruto. I really like part 1 Naruto. But I don't think Luffy's outfit is iconic for being good looking. It's just what he wears, you know? Yeah, I think yeah. None of them are 5. It's too basic. All right, let's move it along. We got Arlong Park next. All right, let's do something simple. Walk to Arlong Park, and then we'll pull up Nami on the side here. Okay. All right, walk to Arlong Park. Luffy's the same, right? So we're keeping the characters that are the same, we're keeping the same score, right? To be fair. Right, so Luffy, Sanji, Usopp, keeps it simple. So Zoro and Nami, how do we feel? Here? I feel like... Let's do Zoro first. I feel like Zoro's outfit change is appreciated, but I think his previous design is like a little bit more distinct, you know? I think Zoro could be a 3 here. How do I explain? Do you think Zoro's a 5? You think this is a better Zoro? He does look good, but I feel like that's just because we're seeing him change his outfit for the first time. I think his normal design is a better outfit. I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Does Zoro change? You go up. Okay. Zoro Arlong Park. I think 3 or 4 is fair. It's not a 5. Nami definitely goes up, that's for sure. I don't think it's a 5. I don't know why I shouldn't even put 5 as an option there. Should not have put 5 as an option. It's not a 5. This is just a fucking shirt. I literally own a shirt like this, by the way. I can go pull it from my closet right now. I own a t-shirt that's similar to this. This is not a top tier outfit. It looks like it averages out to being basically a 4, because it's split between 3 and 4, and then some people say 5. So I'm gonna give him a 4. We'll give him a 4. I don't know. 3 gang rise up. Ooh, it's whatever. Okay, what's Nami at? Nami definitely goes up, right? I think Nami definitely goes up. Part of it is just that Nami is like, as far as One Piece characters go, she is drawn to be an attractive female character, so there's always going to be a biased skew towards giving her high points, I guess, which is fair, because we're not rating the Straughts against themselves. It's just the Straughts in general, right? So if you want to say Nami's a 5 every single arc, you're allowed to say Nami's a 5 every single arc. You guys think she's a 3? You think she's a 3 here? I don't know about that. I mean, she's better dressed than Luffy and Usopp, that's for sure. I think she looks better than Zoro in terms of outfit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased. I think I like Arlong Park Nami's design quite a bit because the storytelling of that arc, like how significant she was in that arc, stands out. So I remember her in that design. That's not a 2, that's for sure. I'm going to give you... People are saying 3. I see a lot of people saying 3. Fine. We'll give her a 3. It's a 3. Fine. All right. It's a 3. Well, moving on. All right. Drum Kingdom. All right. Hold on. Zoro versus Whiskey Peak Bounty Hunters. Let me just see. No, Zoro's back to his usual outfit. There are some arcs where the only person who has a unique outfit is Nami. So we're going to try to not just fall into the trap of just judging, just adding things because Nami has a different outfit, Okay. All right, let's see Drum Kingdom. Okay. Drum Kingdom, Luffy had the coat. Oh, hold on. I could just rely on this, right? Where's Luffy's coat? Okay, Drum Kingdom, Luffy has the coat. Zoro in Drum Kingdom. Oh, yeah, Zoro looked good in Drum Kingdom. Zoro had this shit that he fucking stole. We're going to go with this because I think this is cool. Nami in Drum Kingdom. Yeah, Nami fucking changes outfits like every arc. But that's because the others don't shower. Oh, no, Nami, what are you doing in Drum Kingdom? Usopp and Drum Kingdom look good. What the fuck? This is the first time Usopp's changed his clothes, by the way. Also the first time Sanji changes his clothes, I suppose. Does he change them in Drum? But Sanji gets a pass because he's well-dressed by default. Okay. Oh, and Chopper. Chopper takes the scene. All right, here we go. Now we got some competition going. All right, okay. Nami's a fuck... Let's start with this, just because I think we all can agree that Nami looks bad here. I think that she's a 1. I'm going to give Nami a 1 here. No, she's not a 1. Fuck, maybe this Nami should have been higher rated. Should we have rated this Nami higher? Nami might be a 3, actually, in the first arc. I think Nami might be a 3. Because she's definitely looking better in the first arc than she does in Drum Kingdom, right? I'm going to give Nami a 3 here. She's a 2 here. Do people agree, disagree? I just felt like she clearly was better in Arlong Park than she was in Drum Kingdom. I don't know. Stephen Guy, thanks for the 2. You should give 6s for their best outfits. That's a good idea. Stephen Guy, I'll do that. No, because it's like, well, what if Usopp's best outfit is still ass? Like, that's not fair just because it's his best outfit. He gets to outrank everybody else. Yeah. She has multiple outfits in Drum. What's her coat outfit in Drum? All right, let's see. Third outfit. Oh, shit. She has this. Why does she wear so many things in Drum? What's up with her? Nami wearing the coat looks really good. Right? This is a good Nami. I think we can rate this kind of high, right? This coat Nami's really high, I think. Chachi says put an asterisk next to each's best at the end. That I can do. Also, am I missing any supers right now? Grizzly Adams says Zoro's Alabasta coat is underrated. I think Zoro's Alabasta coat is badass, especially like this scene here. Let me show you guys. Here. This is actually low-key one of my favorite Zoro scenes in the story. It's really minor, easily forgotten, but I just like this moment. Where is it at? I think I might have passed already. Tom says, Morj, you're giving out 3s and 4s way too easily. Think of how good Nami's outfits are in the future, like any Slobby, Whole Cake Island, and Zoe. Yeah, but I can't rate them against... It's how well she's dressed compared to the others in the crew. You know, it's not based on their... It's not rating them against themselves. Yeah, this scene, right? This moment was cool. In this moment, I think, based off of this, I think I'd give Zoro's... I don't know. This is like a 4 or 5, in my opinion. Pick the outfit she wore the longest as Morj's pinky toe. I don't know. Is that right? Or the outfit that they wore best? Loud Waffle says, well, what the fuck was that? Was Chopper doing stuff? This is a different manga, right? One Winged Angel 15 says, out of 10, we'll give a wider range for later fits. Yeah, but I worry that it'll get too complex then. I want to be able to move through this at a decent pace. I'm going to say, I think Zoro's arguably a 4, like at least a 4 in this, or a 5. First, let's establish this. Per arc, should we go by their best outfit or most worn? Best. All right, while you guys answer that, I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so we're going to go with their best outfit. Okay, so I think Zoro's at least a 4 or 5 here. Zoro, Drum Kingdom, 4, 5. Hey. You can talk. You can say stuff. That's okay. It's not going to catch you. Okay. Okay, people are leaning for... All right, we'll do a 4. We'll do a 4. We're going to redo Nami's because she's got the coat. All right, first of all, how about Luffy? Let's start from the top. How about Luffy? How about Luffy? Yeah, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna hold back just because certain characters have better outfits later on. Because if Sanji's well dressed every arc, he deserves to be getting 4s and 5s every arc. You know, that's just the way it is. All right. Like, don't do the mentality that like, oh well, they have a better outfit later on, so we'll save the good ratings for that. Right? Just be honest. You know, just because you're like, well, this isn't Zoro's best outfit, it can still be just give him a 5. You know, that's okay. With Luffy, I don't know. I don't know enough about fashion to say what whether this coat looks good or not. I don't know. How do we feel about Luffy here? Luffy's not a 5. Come on. The coat is ridiculous. Chachi says rate each individually. No, we're trying to find out who's the best dressed overall, right? So again, if Sanji just is well dressed every arc, give him a 4 and 5 every arc. We're not trying to, and then we can decide which was his best outfit at the end of it all. 3, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3 here. Luffy with the coat. I don't think Luffy looks good with the coat personally. I don't think yellow. I don't think this fits his colors. I just don't think this fits him that well personally. I might give him. I don't think it's a 1 because 1 is like the brown overalls that Usopp is wearing, in my opinion. I don't think it's a 1. Maybe it's a 1. It's pretty split across the board, so I'm gonna give it a 2. I'll give Luffy a 2. Like, in my mind, a 1 is like Usopp's brown overalls. Like, that's the type of shit that you'd better be like working a blue collar job, like that requires you to have, like, maybe you're a painter or something like that or something. You can't just be showing up in public wearing what Usopp normally wears. You know what I mean? Like, Luffy could go out in public wearing that coat. You know? All right, Nami. Nami with this coat, I think, is great. I think this is like at least a. I think this is at least a 4, in my opinion. I think this is a good ass coat. It's a coat with, I don't know what these things are, furs around, whatever. I think Nami's like a 4 here. I think this is a good ass coat. Yeah, I'll let you guys vote. Nami with coat, Rum Kingdom. I'm not giving it below a 4. This is a phenomenal coat. If you saw someone wearing this in real life, you'd be like, damn, that's a classy ass coat, you know? It is not a 3. It is not a 3. If, again, granted, I don't know that much about fashion, but I do know that this is the type of coat that people pay like a shit ton of money for, right? All right, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. I still believe that people are basing it maybe a bit too much on comparing it to the Straw Hat's future outfits, but it's not about that, you know? A Straw Hat can have a good outfit every single arc. They're allowed to have that, you know? Akash Panda, thanks for the 2. What if Chopper's alone on Sunny just like Skypiea? I would love that. A lot of people also mentioned, though, that Chopper might be, you know, oh, hold on, I gotta check one thing. Chopper might be communicating to the animals or something like that, because he can talk to animals. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Okay, but it's not memorable. That's fair. Loud Waffle says, if the shit Araki puts his characters in counts as fashion, anything does. I mean, I do think that, like, Araki's got, like, a really cool... How do I say this? I think that Araki's idea of fashion, it's, like, it makes sense when you think about, like, they're, like... From what I understand, there's, like, designer fashion shows where people come out in just, like, absolutely super avant-garde wear that nobody in real life would really wear, but it's more like statement type shit. So Araki is on that, like, avant-garde spectrum, I suppose. Usopp's brown fucking overalls don't fall on that spectrum. Drum Kingdom, what was Usopp wearing? Oh, Usopp looked good here, though. This is good. Isn't this like a 2 or a 3 or something? Yokai Gota with a good point regarding JoJo fashion. I think Usopp looks kind of good here, right? Am I crazy? It's a 3. I think this is a 3. All right, we'll give him a 3. And Sanji, I feel like this is a rare arc where Sanji, I don't know. To me, this is a 3. I don't think it's too different from Usopp's clothing. Maybe a little better. What do people feel about Usopp here? I don't feel like this is as good as what Zoro was wearing this arc. Or actually, I don't know. 2.5? People don't like it? Okay, I guess I don't have a good read on what Sanji's clothing is for people here. I'll just do a range. I don't think this is a 5, though. 2, 3, 4. Okay, looking like a 3. Looking like a 3. Yeah, averaged out to 3. All right, and Chopper makes his debut. I don't really know what to say, man. I don't really know what to say. With Chopper, we are kind of grading on a curve, huh? Because it's not a real thing. You can't just be going out in public just wearing... I mean, you can. How do you... I don't really know how we're going to be grading Chopper and Jinbei, man. I mean, Jinbei actually at least is... I don't even know how we're going to do Chopper. Is this like a 1? What is this? Is this a 1? It's a 0? Alright, we're going to give... we're saying it's a 0. Let's start him off with a 1. Alright, let's start him off with a 0. Alright, it might be his... I don't know what it is. Alright. Lucas Alibaba says bro is a bum. 1. Also, let's get the stream likes up to 200. It can get a 2. The hat is cool. Okay, I'll give it a 1. The hat is cool. I think it's a cool hat on its own. I do think it's a cool hat. Alright, we're going to move it along. Alright, up next. Alabasta. We're not going to count their post-Alabasta outfits. Alright. So this is Luffy in Alabasta. Zoro in Alabasta. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Nami in Alabasta. She did go through a lot in Alabasta, but... I think we'll stick with this one because that's kind of the iconic Nami one in Alabasta. We didn't do that same logic. She didn't have an iconic outfit in Drum Kingdom, so we just went with the coat. Usopp in Alabasta. Shit, Sanji had Mr. Prince outfit in Alabasta. I feel like it's fair to do the Mr. Prince angle, right? Because this is like a nothing outfit, right? This is like a nothing thing. I feel like it's fair to go with Mr. Prince, right? Sanji, Mr. Prince. I feel like that's more fair. Right? Am I crazy? Is that unfair? We said that we'd go with their best outfit. So it's just Sanji with glasses, basically, is what it is. I mean, and some slightly different... Hold on, let's see. Let's actually get to it. It's probably around 190. This was a funny section of the story. Where's the part where he takes over? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's around here. Yeah, so this would be Sanji's outfit for the arc. It's basically his normal outfit, but with glasses, right? Akash Panda, thanks for the 5. I think you shouldn't judge the clothes with our world standards. Characters like Katakuri look cool in outfits that no one would want to wear in our world. That's true. That's true, but at the same time, I don't think that's a good defense for Usopp, because I think both in our world and in this world, he looks lame in his usual getup, you know? But that is a good point. I agree with you there. All right. Continuing on. Tom says, Morj, can you pick best dressed villain of each arc for fun? That's hard for me because, I mean, I could try doing it off the top, but it's just like, I don't think I'm the best for picking best dressed. I think I like picking best design, like coolest design pretty often. I mean, if I were to do coolest design overall for villains, I mean, it's usually going to be the main villain of the arc, right? So if we move past East Blue stuff, then yeah, I mean, no, I don't want to get into all that. I don't want to get into all that. That's too much. That's too much. I'm sorry, Tom. It's too much. Okay, Alabasta. Let's see how do we feel about Luffy and Alabasta? I don't feel really strongly about this at all. It's just Luffy with a red coat. And this thing around his head. I'm not going to lie, the thing around his head looks kind of lame to me. I kind of want to just give him a 2 and just keep it rolling. Zoro, I don't think Zoro looks that... I mean, he does take this thing off at some point, so then it's just like the zebra coat, right? So it's just the zebra coat situation. I don't think that... I personally don't think Zoro looks that cool with the... I think his normal design is actually better than that. I'd give him a 3. Imran, thanks a lot. Water bottle necklace makes it a 4. Forge says, damn, Morj got some bad fashion takes. I've never claimed to be good at fashion takes. All right. Zoro's a 4. Zoro's a 2. I think Zoro's just standard. To me, it's okay. I don't think that's one of his better looking things. I'm giving it a 3. It's not a 5. Nami, what are we saying here? Like a 4? 4? I think Nami's like a 4 here. Tom says, Morj, pull up their fight so we see it dynamically. That's true. I did do that for Sanji, but that's because I was remembering one specific scene. Where does Zoro first match up against Mr. 1? Maybe around here. No. You think Nami's a 5 there? The only reason I'm not giving Nami a 5 for this is because, like, how do I say this? I think it's too big. No, I mean, I guess it's a 5. We could say it's a 5. Everyone's saying 5 unanimously. We can say it's a 5. Because what I gotta remember is that what I keep saying, which is that it's not relative to their own outfits. In my opinion, most of Nami's best outfits come later in the story, like the Enies Lobby outfit, or like Whole Cake Island post Capone Beige meeting, or Zoe, right? But it isn't about that. It's what it is objectively, right? Or like standard. So I would agree, Nami, we can do 5. Usopp, I feel like this is another 1. Maybe it's a 2. Let's say Usopp's a 2. I don't know. Sanji, I think this arc, it's like a... Wait, where is it? It's like a 5. Well, we covered him already, right? I think Sanji, this arc's like a 5. With the glasses. Because we said his normal thing's a 4. Right? So with the glasses, we'd say it's a 5, right? Does it work like that? Okay. Here we go. So this is basically what Zoro's outfit looks like for the arc. I think it's cool. I guess it's a 3. I think his normal stuff is actually better than this. I don't know. Sanji, we're giving Sanji a 4 or 5 here. We can do let's give Sanji a 5. We'll give him a 5. Okay, and Chopper. What's Chopper looking like this arc? It's a 2. It's a 2. Here we go. All right, Skypiea. I don't think anybody was well dressed in Skypiea from what I remember. Wait, is this any different than... Am I just remembering... For some reason, I thought Luffy looked different in Skypiea. What's different about him? Is it different at all? I think actually Zoro had a kind of okay outfit in Skypiea. Nami was just wearing a fucking... Like... This is her most plain outfit, I think. In the entire story. Usopp and Skypiea is whatever. I don't remember what Sanji wore in Skypiea. Sanji wears this in Skypiea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a good judge of all these things. I don't even understand. Which one's Chopper in Skypiea? What did he wear in Sky? I don't know what Chopper wore in Skypiea. I'm gonna give him a 1. Let's give Chopper a 1 in Skypiea. Is Luffy... Zoro's cool in Skypiea? Zoro's is... Okay, fine. Let's do Zoro in Skypiea. Hold on. Alright. People seem to like it, so I'll give 3 options. 3, 4, 5. That does look cool. Like, to me, this is one of Zoro's peak outfits. Like, this is a 5. I don't know if this is this is just a tank top. Do people like that much? Alright, so this averages out to a 4. We're gonna give him a 4. Because 50% of people think it's either a 4 or below. So it rounds down to basically a 4. It's a high 4, but it's a 4 nonetheless. Alright, Zoro's getting a 4. Isn't Luffy just his usual outfit, therefore a 2? Nami in Skypiea seems very simple to me. I feel like this is... It's not bad, I guess it's a 2 or 3, right? 2? To me, this is Nami's probably worst outfit. Maybe a 2? I don't think Usopp ever really... I think this is a 1, in my opinion. It's just the brown overalls, but with a white, yellow shirt underneath. I think it's... To me, that's still a 1. Why'd we give him a 2 in Alabasta? What was he wearing in Alabasta that bumped him up? This, I guess, I don't know. I'm giving Usopp a 1. To me, this doesn't look that good. Wait, Nanji... Oh, wait, does Nami have a bikini in Skypiea? When does that happen? That happens later on. That happens towards the end of it, right? Nami... Okay, hold on. Nami Skypiea. That's the waiver part. Okay, never mind. We're changing it. Here, we're gonna bump... What? I'll leave it to you guys to decide if she's a 4 or 5. Fuck, I forgot to do Robin in Alabasta. Hold on. Oh my god, I gotta do Robin in Alabasta. Give me a second. We'll get to Robin's outfits in a second. Alright. This is what we're working with for Nami. Basically this version. I'm sorry I forgot Robin. I can't believe I forgot that she joined at this point. Alright, 4. Alright. Let's get Sanji out of the way real quick, and then we'll do Robin back to back. I don't think it's less than 4. Okay. So I actually personally prefer Skypiea. Now that I remember that design, I personally prefer Skypiea Nami to Alabasta Nami. I could not explain to you why, considering the outfits have similar, whatever, appeal to them. I don't know. That's a personal preference type thing. Sanji, I don't think looks good in Skypiea. I think he looks lame. I'll give him a 2 or 3. What is an example of a 3 here? I think he looks lame. I'm giving him a 2. All right. Robin. Let's take a look. So Alabasta Robin, I think this is a 5, and I don't think it's complicated. I personally think that Robin's outfits in general were at their best earlier in the story. I think she was like, it was home run after home run, personally. I actually, for me, for nostalgia reasons, where this might be my favorite version of Robin. I think it's basically, yeah. People like Sanji's outfit. I think it's lame. Grizzly Adams, thanks for the 2. Ocean camo bikini top and cargos is a statement. I don't know if it's a statement. I don't know what to put it, but yeah. This Robin, Oh wait, yeah. This has got. Fuck. Should we have done long ring, or like not long ring Jaya? I don't know. I think this Robin's a 4 because I would have given this one a 5, but this one's a 4. Did anybody else change outfits? I guess Nami had her own outfit in Jaya. Did Sanji have his own outfit in Jaya? Sanji had a Jaya. Okay, we can do Jaya, because Jaya people had their own outfits, right? Did Nami have an outfit in Jaya? Yeah, Nami had her own outfit. Yeah, we can do Jaya. We can do Jaya as its own thing. I think enough people had their own outfits in Jaya. JWP, thanks for the 10. Hey, Morj man, my class ended early. I hope you didn't sneak out to watch this stream. Oda really loves Nami lol. I think there are a couple of outfits in the series that deserve a 6 out of 5. For example, Nami in Water 7. Yeah, Nami in Water 7 is peak, but I would also argue Robin in Enies Lobby. Skip Jai. Yeah, that's true. I don't really want to go back. It would kind of be unfair just going back to give Robin a 5. I think this is a 4. I'm going to give this a 4. All right, moving on. Long ring. All right, finally, Luffy with a good outfit. Here we go. This is an easy 5. Zoro, I guess, doesn't really do anything special for long ring, so it's as usual, right? Which we defaulted to a 4. Sanji in long ring is as usual, right? No, wait, Sanji in long ring is different. What do you guys call this? What's this? This looks good too, right? I think this looks good, whatever Sanji's doing here. I think this is like a 4 or a 5. Or a 3? No, it's like, I feel I want to give this at least a 4. If a lot of people vote 4, I'll throw 3 in as an option as well. But this seems pretty split. A lot of people want 3 as an option. I don't think 3 will win. It's pretty tight as is. I'll do 4. I'll just do 4. I think it's a 4. All right. Oh, this was Nami in long ring. This is up to you guys. I guess it's like a 3 or 4, 3 maybe? I don't know. 4? 3? It's not a 5, so I'm not even going to give that option. It's up to you guys. All right, seems like unanimous 3. Oh, actually, I guess people might want a 2 as an option. Here, let me do it again. I'll do it again. It's not a. It's remember 2's pretty bad. I don't think this is bad. I think this is a 3. 2 is bad. 2 is like not bad, but it's just not. I don't know. I don't know how to explain. 2 is not good. Like this isn't. It's not a 2. I think you guys might be viewing it as a 2 by Nami's standards, but like by most people's standards, it's like fine. You know. I mean, 2's not bad. It's hard to explain what a 2 is. 2 is like okay. I guess this is pretty split. Would it be dropping the level of 3 too much if this is a 3? It's forgettable but not offensive, says Yokai Gota. Yeah. Yeah. Oof says it's not terrible, but for Nami standards, it's weak. Yeah, but don't go by Nami standards. That's the thing. You gotta go by everybody's dressing standards, you know? This is way worse than Arlong Park Nami. That's true. All right, I'll give it a 2, because I think I influenced it to be a 3. But the poll's saying 50-50 with people leaning 3. But I think that might be my influence, too. I'll just give it a 3. It's maybe a weak 3, but it's a 3. Fine, whatever. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's standard. Usopp in long. Oh shit. Oh shit. What's Usopp wearing here? This is a 4. It's over. This is a 4. Usopp finally pulled out a good outfit. All right. Chopper. Was this Chopper in? This was Chopper in Water 7. right? Was this Chopper in Water 7? So this is Chopper in... He's just wearing his usual shit, but he's got this stuff on. So I'm just going to give him his usual one. And then let's move on to Robin. Robin, I think this is fine. This is a 4. I think it's a 4. Okay, Water 7. Water 7. I think it's post-time skip when Oda started having Robin dressed like a librarian. Pre-time skip, I don't think she really had any bad outfits for the most part. Okay, Water 7 is when everybody kind of looked good, right? Luffy's wearing his usual shit in Water 7, therefore it's a 2. Zoro in Water 7, I think this is post-Water 7. What's Zoro wearing in Water 7? Zoro Water 7. Is it just that? Yeah, he's just wearing his usual thing, therefore it's whatever it normally is. 4. Nami in Water 7, I remember her outfit, it's a 5. It's this one. Usopp in Water 7, he's wearing bandages. Usopp in Water 7, it's the usual outfit, therefore it's a 1. Sanji in Water 7, it's probably his usual outfit, right? Is this what Sanji wears in Water 7? No, he wears this in Water 7, so this is like a 5, right? Then Chopper in Water 7. Chopper looks good in Water 7. What's he doing? Is this Chopper this is Chopper in Water 7, right? Luffy, this is Luffy in Enies lobby. We haven't gotten Enies lobby yet, so chill. Luffy was not wearing this in Water 7 as far as I recall. Right? Am I wrong? Was Chopper wearing this in Water 7? Let's see. No, Chopper is wearing his usual shit in Water 7. Alright, so it's a 1. And what's Robin wearing in Water 7? I should just remember it. Oh, yeah, Water 7 Robin, Enies lobby Robin. Let's just get this out of the way. Back-to-back 5s. In contention for best outfits of any character in the story. Frankie in Water 7 is going to get a high score. For sure. Water 7 Frankie. Great character. Character design. It's Frankie in Water 7 is a 5, right? It's got the gold chain, Hawaiian shirt, speed up. And as backup, he's got this shit. Frankie's a 5. Alright. Moving on to this stuff. Okay. Nami was also a 5 here. Nothing to talk about there. Right? I think everyone can agree. How do I put a thing back in here? Damn it. Alright. Do people disagree with Frankie being... Okay, we could argue Frankie is a 4, but I'm not putting him any lower than that. Frankie, Water 7 / Enies lobby, 4, 5. It's the same thing, so I'll wait till the verdict is in. 5? All right, let's go. All right. We got double 5s for Frankie. All right, let's look at the others. Zoro's Enies lobby outfit is a 5. It might be his best in the story, or it's up there. It's definitely his best pre-time skip. Then Usopp, or should I say Soga King. I think this is like a 4. I think this levels him up quite a bit. Sanji, I imagine he's probably a 5 during Enies lobby. what do people call this? Isn't this his usual outfit? What changed? Is anything different? TomTom disagrees with Nami in Water 7. I disagree. I think that's a personal preference thing. Soga King is 5. Don't just give it a 5 just because it's Soga King, you know? Soga King is 5. I disagree with Soga King being 5. I'm not giving Soga King a 5. Come on. It's just Usopp wearing a cape and a mask. It's the same as his normal thing. It's just him wearing a cape and a mask. You guys are being fooled. This is just Usopp. It's him with a cape and a mask. It's better than his normal clothing, but it doesn't bump him from a 1 to a 5. That's insane. His undershirt changes colors because it's blue. What is it normally? Oh, I see. Okay, all right. So Sanji's what, a 5? Is he 5 this arc? I disagree. I'm not bumping it up. There's no. No, it's just it's just his normal shitty clothes, but he just has a cape and the mask. It's the aura. All right. We'll do it. Sanji, I think we got it a 5 for this, right? How do people feel about what's Chopper wearing this arc? It's just oops, not 185. What am I doing? 391? When's everybody lined up? Right around here. Chopper's wearing his red thing, right? I think that's about as good as it gets for Chopper, right? And bandages. It's true. The bandages do add to the aesthetic. All right. Chopper with the red. This is pretty good for Chopper. I think this is like a 3, actually. It's Afro Luffy logic. That's true. All right. Chopper's might actually be a 4. I think he's a 3, 4, or 5. I don't know why Oda just decided everyone needs to look cool this arc. I guess because it's that type of arc where everyone's supposed to look really epic, right? But Alabasta, everyone looked kind of shitty. Not shitty, but I don't know. Just the desert clothes. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Oh, people don't like Chopper that much for this either. All right, let's see. It looks like he might end up at a 3, but the other ones are pulling ahead. 4. At this rate, it averages out to a 4. He might make a 4. I wonder how much is those like because it's Chopper, so we're used to him having really shitty outfits. All right, we'll just give him his. We'll give him a 4 for this one. All right, and finally Luffy. I do think Luffy looked good in. I think this looks good, because like red and brown or red and black is like an actual color thing. You know, this looks good. I think this is like a 4 also personally, or maybe it's just a 4 by Luffy standards. This is a 3 or a 4. It's not a 5. It's definitely not a 5. Because again, part of us are just like. Part of it is like we're biased because we know, like when you see a character that's normally dressed terribly, like Chopper, then seeing him in normal clothes, it's like, oh shit, we should give him like a 4 or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Like if Luffy normally dressed really good, and then at some point we saw him wearing this, I don't know if we'd care that much. 2, 3, 4. I'm not giving a 5 option. It's just not a 5. 3, he couldn't fit meat in the pockets. That's a good point. It's a very good point. Tom, thanks for the 2. Can we see the chapter they're party planning in Enies Lobby? Oh, I'm sorry, man. It unfortunately doesn't exist because Enies Lobby is a dramatically written arc with tension and stakes. That's not to say they're not light moments. Like, there's comedy as they're coming up here. Like, Oda is going to break the tension at points. Like, it's funny. But when shit gets real, it's real. Like, this is this is real ass shit. And continuing on to like the end of Robin's flashback, etc. Like, this is dramatic ass shit. Like, this is the type of shit that you're just not gonna see in like this is the Strats who are fucking invested and who fucking care, you know? And this is not a big joke to them. They're emotionally moved. They're invested in what's happening. Shoot that flag. This is like a emotionally driven Luffy. This is not him, haha, hee hee, we're gonna throw the biggest party ever after all this. This is some big ass shit, you know? This shit matters. Like the gap is just so hilariously so drastic. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, when did they leave on the Rocket Man? Here? Okay. So, look at this. This is the energy, right? So, whereas in Wano, it's like about party planning and stuff, right? So compare the speech that Luffy gave before heading to Onigashima to the speech that he gave on, like, the speech on the way to Onigashima to the speech that he gave on the way to here, right? Like, the speech on the way to Onigashima, a little preview of the Wano video. It's probably around the same time, even. No, this is Odin's flashback. 975, maybe? Oh, the party's on is the name of the chapter. Alright, so here's Luffy's speech on the way to Onigashima. Let's see. Toast to Jinbei Joidig, blah 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 blah. Wait, let's do it with them. The party, the toast, everything. He. Once we beat Kaido, I mean. And Orochi and Big Mom and everyone. Then let's win this fight, and then we'll have the biggest and best party ever. That's the speech on the way to Onigashima, right? Now, here's the speech on the... This is Luffy's best speech in the entire story, by the way. So, Frankie family, and gathered last shipwrights. Even though we had some problems with each other in town, our enemies are the same now. In the upcoming fights, the strongest guy is that pigeon bastard. I will definitely kick his ass. That's right, blah, blah, blah. We're all heading in the same direction. There's no point in fighting separately. From now on, we're allies. The sea train that's ahead of us has our friends on it. By joining up, our power is even stronger. We're not going to be beaten by a wave. We're going to achieve all of our goals. Let's go. Easily Luffy's best speech in the entire story. To argue that Onigashima has anywhere close to the same tone as something like Enies Lobby is just flat out wrong. Or you are, like, choosing to... Or you just fundamentally don't understand the meaning of what tone is in storytelling, right? It's just night and day. It's the exact opposite tone. It's so different it couldn't even be... Like, you couldn't make it more different if you tried. Anyway. Now that we're in party planning piece, I miss the days that we're looking back at, like actual dramatic One Piece, but it is the way it is. Hopefully, we still got the final saga, we still got Elbaf, we still got a lot of good Final War storylines to work with, so I'm sure that we will get back to that stuff, but Wano just wasn't it for that stuff, Wano did, that's not to say Wano was a bad arc, because obviously there are people who prefer party planning piece. That's a personal preference, subjective thing. I'm not one to argue against that. If you prefer stories that are about party planning, Wano was a better arc than Enies Lobby. That's perfectly fine of an opinion to have. It's just not my cup of tea, Anyway, moving on. Can you play the walk to Enies Lobby on YouTube, please? I could play Jimmy Neutron's walk to Arlong Park. All right, what were we even voting on here? Luffy. Luffy's a 3. All right, 3 in the end. All right. Enies Lobby done. Moving on. Post Enies Lobby. I don't feel like doing post. Like, we got to save some time here, people. Post Enies Lobby's gone. Thriller Bark. I liked Luffy's orange outfit. This is pretty cool. I like Luffy's orange outfit. What the fuck did Zoro wear in Thriller Bark? Did Zoro just wear his normal clothes in Thriller Bark? Nothing happened. What was Zoro wearing this arc? He's just wearing his normal clothes. Alright. Let's say Zoro's a 4 then automatically. Luffy in Thriller... I like Luffy's clothes in Thriller Bark. I'm going to give him a 3. Nami... Luffy's normally not well dressed, remember, so that's why a 3 is good for him. Nami in Thriller Bark, she had the wedding outfit. I think her wedding outfit is her best outfit in the arc, and I think it's a good outfit because it's a wedding outfit, so it's by default good. So I'm gonna give Nami a 5. Usopp in Thriller Bark. Usopp in Thriller Bark look cool. To me, this is my favorite Usopp outfit, legitimately. I think Usopp. So that's why I rebel against the Sogeking being a 5. I think this is Usopp's best outfit. Usopp looks cool here. I kind of want to give him a 5. Um, Sanji in Enies Lobby, or not Enies Lobby, Thriller Bark. Completely black. So it's a 4 or 5, right? Because we agree that Sanji in general, it's like a 4 is his base, right? When he's wearing a suit. What's Sanji in Thriller Bark? 4 or 5? Sanji, 4, 5. Again, we've agreed that Sanji's base suit is a 5, so it's like in Thriller Bark, did he change anything enough that you would feel that sorry, his base outfit is a 4, so did he change anything enough that this bumps to a 5? I don't know. I guess it's I don't know. Knut Worgen, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 2 months. Nami's post Wano fit is top tier. Too bad it only lasted 2 chapters before Oda became an ass man. It's just the way it goes. He finally developed. Also, let's get the stream likes up to 200 real quick. Okay, so we're gonna keep Sanji at a 4. Chopper, let's see. Chopper in Thriller Bark. What the fuck did Chopper wear in Thriller? Is this Chopper in Thriller Bark? It's just, I'm gonna give him a 1. Robin in Thriller Bark. I believe this was another 5, if I recall. It's a 5. Frankie in Thriller Bark looked cool, if I recall. Yeah, Frankie in Thriller Bark, I want to give this a 5 as well. Alright. Alright, Saboti. Alright, Saboti, let's see. I think Luffy looks good in blue. I'm just going to give him a 3. I feel like that's pretty consistent. Zoro and Saboti, I think this looks good. I think Zoro looks good in this. I think this is a 4 or 5. I'll leave it to you guys. Oh, Brook. I'm sorry. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Brook in Thriller Bark, easy 5. Right? Come on now. Yeah, what's Zoro? Zoro Saboti. Brook always wears close to the same thing, unless I'm mistaken, right? Fuck. Brook's outfits are pretty good. I think everyone's kind of fucked. I think Zoro's outfit looks good here. Buggy-ass outfit. Oh, people don't like this one that much, huh? Should I open up 3 as an option? I'll open up 3 as an option. Let me do this again. Or is it just a 4? Let's just call it a 4. Keep it simple. Don't remember what Nami wore in Saboti. Oh, this is really basic. This is like a 2. Usopp. Usopp in Thriller Bark's looking not bad. I think this is like a 3. I'm going to give him a 3 for this. Sanji. Is this Sanji in yeah, this is Sanji in Thriller Bark. This looks good. I'm just going to say it's a 4. Is it Sanji in Thriller Bark? Or sorry, Saboti, is that a 4 or 5? The thing is that Sanji's base is pretty high. Brook has to be judged on his own scale, really? Yeah, because it's unfair, because he's always walking around dressed like a fucking gentleman from the Victorian era, you know? 4? Alright. Sanji stays at a 4. See, I don't know enough about... Because I know that we agreed that Sanji's normal suit is a 4. So his outfits are generally his normal suit plus something else. So I'm like, is that enough that people want to bump it to a 5? I never know. So I asked the people. Chopper and Saboti. Oh, that's when he started doing this shit. This is now we're at 0 territory. I think Chopper with that shit over his... I just hated when he started doing this. Because, like, the hat, it goes back to his fucking origins. It'd be like if Luffy started obscuring his straw hat. I think anytime I see Chopper wearing this shit, I'm just giving it a straight 0. Oh, Robin at Saboti. That's a 5. Frankie at Saboti. This is a... Okay, I think I'm overrating Frankie's Frankie's outfits a bit because they're not all fives, but at the same time, it's just always the same thing. I feel like he's just he just has his own set. Like it's the sunglasses plus the gold chain plus his colorful T-shirt plus the speedos. It's just like, how do I not give him a 5? But at the same time, it's just like I feel like he doesn't deserve a 5 every time. Oh, is that Return to Sabaody for Robin? Is this Return? No. What? This is not Return to Sabaody. What am I looking at? Usopp Sabaody fit is that's post time skip? What am I looking at here? This isn't post time skip. Oh, this is Chopper post time skip. I see what you're saying. So he didn't have one there. Okay, you're right. So Sabaody's just back to Chopper's usual, which is a 1. That's a good point. Frankie, am I wrong to keep giving Frankie 5s for these? Because they're just variations of the same thing. I guess he falls off a cliff post-time skip. Although it's the same outfits, but they don't matter anymore because the rest of his design is so bad. So you know what? I'll give him his 5s while you can still earn him. I'll give him his 5s. I'll give him his 5s. JWP, thanks for the 5. Chopper and Frankie post-time skip design fits are crime compared to pre-time skip. I agree. Chopper never looked that good, but then you take a 1 down to a 0. And then Frankie, he used to be this mob boss. He used to be respected. Like, he used to be fucking, like, you know, like, he had outfits that reflected his past and his lifestyle, kind of, in a way. But also with a zany twist to them. All right. Lars Caesar says Frankie's first is a 5, Thriller Bark is a 4, Sabaody is a 3. Shirt color matches. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Or should should Frankie always, I don't know if Frankie should always get a 5 or not. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm just going to not complicate it too much. Just not going to think about it. All right. Brooke is a 5. Sabaody by default, he's a 5, right? Same outfit. Okay, Fishman Island. So we're back. I kind of skipped Return to Sabaody, but it's whatever. Don't need to do everything. Oh, wait, we got the Straw Hats Fishman Island. Straw Hats Fishman Island. Let's see if we can get that full spread. Here we go. Let's just look at this. They're all here. They're all lined up. Yeah, Brooks in his Soul King thing, so that's a 5, right? Let's do the easy ones out of the way. Brooks, Soul King 5. Frankie, he's technically wearing the same stuff, but now it doesn't fit his, in my opinion, because the rest of his is, he's wearing the same stuff, but it no longer goes well, in my opinion, with what he's actually wearing overall. So I'm going to go ahead, and because I'm biased, I'm going to give him a 1. Because I just hate his post-time skip design so much. But I'm allowed to be biased, because this is a biased subjective list, right? Robin, I think, still looks good. I think her post-time skip outfits declined after this. I think this is, what is this? Is this still a 5? I don't know. Oh, I still have a poll going. My bad. Here. Oh, Sanji and Sabaody, did we give a 4? Yeah, okay. So, let's see. Robin, Fishman Island, 4 or 5. It's up to you guys. Yeah, I'll pull up over here. This is all of them, basically. This is tight. I'm glad that you guys are split the way I am. I'm showing this because this is with the sunglasses up. I think she looks a little bit better with the sunglasses up, in my opinion. This is tight. Fuck, this is so tight I might have to make the call. I think this is worse than her other outfits. but at the same time, it's still good. I think it's a fuck. I don't fucking know. I'll leave it to you guys. I don't know. All right, it looks like it inches a 5. It barely inches a 5. I think it's a 5 if we're being fair, because we gave Frankie like fucking 4, 5, like a bunch of 5s in a row for the same. Like, I don't know. I think we'll give it a 5. Chopper, he's getting his 0 because he's got that dumbass hat thing on now. Luffy, I think Luffy starts looking much better post time skip. Personally think post time skip Luffy, he starts getting his shit together. This Luffy looks good. I feel like I can give Luffy a 4 here. I think this is a 4. Zoro Fishman Island I always thought looked really good. I think this is a 5 personally. I think his Fishman Island outfit is very good. Nami Fishman Island, let's see. This is when Nami started getting to be particularly sexualized in the manga. This is, in my opinion, it's a 5. Based on, like, if you guys gave the dancer thing a 5, I think that this deserves a 5, right? Usopp starts looking good here too. This is like, I think this is pretty good, right? Is this not, am I crazy? I think this is pretty good. How come people are saying that Nami is a 2 but you guys loved you guys voted Dancer Nami as a 5? And you voted Sky. I think you guys don't like the new trend of her outfits, I guess, basically. But, like, you can't vote. You voted Dancer Nami as a 5. And you guys were, like, on board with Skypiea Nami being a 5. What's the difference? Okay. I think this is Usopp's best. I don't know. Okay, I can knock Fishman Island Nami down 1. But I don't think it's that far off from that. Anyway, I also think that there's no consistency in how you guys are viewing Nami, in my opinion. The answer Nami makes sense. No, it's the same lot. It doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. Those are, like, just revealing outfits that, like, Sanji fucking picked out from them, if I recall, or something like that. It's something ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. Loud Waffle says, Dancer Nami is stylish. This is just her in her bikini. But you guys also voted Skypiea Nami the same way. So what's the logic there? What are you guys talking about? Okay, this is stupid. Okay, Usopp. I think he's got a good argument here for a pretty good rating, in my opinion. I think this is a good outfit for him. I think it's a strong 4, or it's maybe a 5. I'll say strong 4. Let's say it's a 4. Because that's what the people are telling me. All right, Sanji. Is it same as usual, or is he getting a buff? Is he getting his usual 4 rating, or is it a 5 this time? Fishman Island, 4 or 5. For reference, this is Sanji and Fishman Island. Not that. Not that. Is this him in Fishman Island? Where's Sanji in Fishman Island? This is Sanji in Fishman Island. It's basically the usual, right? Not a huge change. Alright, so Sanji maintains his usual 4. And finally, we got Jinbei. This time I'm not forgetting. New character added to the roster. Where is... Oh, Jinbei didn't even make the cut for these things. Where is... Jinbei and Fishman Island. Look, I'm always going to think that Jinbei looks kind of lame. I personally think he's the lamest looking Shichibukai that we ever had. Except for maybe Buggy. But Buggy was meant to be lame. Jinbei just looks lame. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I want to give this like a 2. In fact, I will. You guys can't stop me. It's a 2. Jinbei's there? Was Jinbei in the spread? I didn't even see him. Where is he? He's not in the spread. Oh, he is in the spread. Oh, wait, this is different than what I saw before. Nah, it doesn't matter. He's getting a 2. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. Punk Hazard. All right, let's see. Okay, Luffy looks fucking stupid here. This is a 1. Zoro Punk Hazard. This looks pretty good, right? This is a 4 or 5? I'd say it's a 4. Give him a 4. Okay. Nami. Where's Nami Punk Hazard? That's her first outfit. Okay, so people say that this is just bad, right? I personally think the Fishman Island look was better than this look. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a color thing. I don't know. But people are telling me this is bad. I'm going to give it a 3. All right? I thought the Fishman Island look was better. We'll keep it moving. We can argue back and forth all day about Nami's look of bikini plus jeans. What the fuck does Usopp wear in Punk Hazard? Is it this? What does he wear? It's this thing? Why is it different colors? I'll give it a 2. I don't care. Alright. Sanji and Punk Hazard. Which one is Sanji and Punk Hazard? What do we even roll with for this? He technically has the same suit as usual. Fishman Island Nami had a better belt. It's fair. What do we even roll with for Sanji? He wears like 50 different things here. I don't even know what to do with this. You guys like Luffy and Punk Hazard? This looks dumb as shit. I'm not giving this a no. That's a 1. I don't even know what to do with Sanji here, because if it's his usual thing, we just give him a 4 and keep moving. If it's something else, then I feel like it could be a 3. Coat is real cool, 4 or 5. This doesn't. This coat's not cool. To me, this is a 3. Is it this coat? No. I don't even know what to say. Let's just say it's a 4. It's too hard to say with Sanji here. All right, what's Chopper? Oh, he's still wearing his dumbass bonnet thing. If I see Chopper with the bonnet, he's getting a 0. It's just happening. Robin, Punk Hazard. Oh, this coat was cool. I thought this coat was cool. I'm gonna give a 4 for the coat. Frankie. Yeah, Frankie. No, I hate their design so much now, man. I just hate their design so much now. I can't. I'm giving it a 1. I hate their design so much now. It can't be done. I just can't. I can't objectively rate them. Brook and Punk Hazard. This is like a 2. Jinbei. Jinbei's not in Punk Hazard. Gets no rating. All right. Dressrosa. Wait, did Luffy wear this in Punk Hazard? I don't remember this. This looks cool. What was Luffy wearing when he fought Caesar? He's wearing this. Alright, I'm not going to count this one then. This does look cool, dude. Though. Like, to me, this is arguably... This might be the best thing Luffy's ever worn. I think that looks pretty good. Ross's bro is hating a cyborg for looking like a cyborg? No, because that's frankly not true. Haha. Funny pun, right? Because... if you might have forgotten, this is also a cyborg. Frankie is a fucking cyborg here. Right? A cyborg can look like this. You know, he looks like a cyborg here with his jagged chin and his giant ass arms and shit like that. This is also a cyborg, right? I'm not hating a cyborg for looking like a cyborg. Frankie looks like a cyborg here, right? He looks like a cyborg here. He looks like a fucking, like, abomination here. There's two very different things. Like, there's two very different things. I wasn't hating on Frankie for looking like a cyborg here, or here, or here. I gave him straight 5s. Here is where I'm like, all right, so he's not really a character anymore. He's just like some Oda's like weird mech fantasy insert. I don't even know how to describe him here. He's just lost any sense of character at this point, right? All right, moving on. Take the best outfit of the arc. That's true. How long did Luffy wear that, though? I'm supposed to take the best outfit of the arc, but that just feels like it doesn't represent Punk Hazard Luffy at all. Let me see. When did Luffy switch to that? When did Luffy start wearing that shit? He started wearing it here. This is good. This is a 4. All right, I'll give Luffy a 4 for that. But it's not that punk. It's not the shitty Punk Hazard outfit. Like, you guys love this. I think this is dumb as fuck. I think this is cool. I think this is one of the coolest things Luffy's worn. Like, the popped collar. This is awesome. All right, moving along. Dressrosa Luffy. Dressrosa Luffy. You know what's interesting? So, in public, I've seen people wear this the most often. Because it's the most... like, I've seen people wear Luffy's outfit from Dressrosa. Like, this shirt. Because it's the most, like, casual thing that you can wait on. Like, that you can wear in other contexts. You know what I mean? What was this even a poll for? What was this? Sanji Fishman Island? Okay. Sorry, that poll's still going. Luffy's Dressrosa outfit is well known. I think I'm just going to give it a 3. It's pretty standard to me. Zoro in Dressrosa. I think everyone looked dumb as fuck in Dressrosa with their mustaches and such. Although they didn't wear it the entire arc. I just don't think Zoro wearing a suit looks good. I'm giving him a 2. I don't think Dressrosa Zoro look good. Dressrosa Nami. So again, according to your guys' logic, I'm supposed to rate this low. I mean, I do think it's kind of simple. I'm just going to give it a 3. I think it's fine. Or maybe a 2. Maybe that's a 2. Usopp. I think this was... that's interesting, because there was just a stretch where Oda didn't really try with Nami. He was just like, alright, she's just going to wear a bikini every arc. And that's just basically it, right? I'm glad that he went back to trying with her designs from Zoe onwards. Like, to me, this is a 5 outfit for Nami, but we're not there yet. Usopp in Dressrosa. Usopp in Dressrosa, I think this is fine. It's like a 2. I think all that orange I don't like. Sanji in Dressrosa. I think Sanji looks better with his actual suit. I think like a 3. I know it's the same as what Zoro's wearing, but it's just like I don't know. I think Sanji, that look fits him better. Chopper in Dressrosa. Does he have the bonnet? He has the bonnet. He's a 0. Robin in Dressrosa. I think I really didn't like Robin's look in Dressrosa because I just like this hat. I think a lot of people really like Robin in Dressrosa. I think this hat looks really dumb. So out of my personal preferences, this is a 2. Frankie in Dressrosa. I think Frankie's a 1 in Dressrosa. Alright. Brook in Dressrosa. Let's see. I just don't think people look good in Dressrosa. Where's Brook in Dressrosa? What the fuck was you? Is this Brook in Dressrosa? The hat is awesome? Why? It's just a... Why is this hat good? It's just a fucking helmet. It's a fucking... Yeah, no, if it was just the dress, I think it'd be good. But she's also got the hat. I think the hat looks terrible, personally. Is this what Brook was wearing in Dressrosa? Because this looks good. Oh, Brook looks cool in Dressrosa. Well, maybe not. No, this is Brook and Zoe. Maybe a 4? Okay, let's move it along. All right. A beer says the hat is an accessory. It goes with the dress, man. But you can just say anything's an accessory, and that doesn't make it automatically good. Chopper's bonnet is an accessory. It still looks dumb, right? Robin's hat is basically a bonnet, which I think looks dumb. Why does it go with the dress? Why wouldn't the dress just be better without the hat? Okay, Zoe, let's go. Again, this is just my opinions. I think like you guys can do, and I'm at a point where I'm gonna be a bit pushier with my opinions because we're the streams have been going on for a minute. All right, let's see Zoe. Where's Zoe? Where's Zoe Luffy? What did Luffy wear in Zoe? Okay, it's standard. So it's the same as Fishman Island, so it's what, like a 4? Zoro and Zoe. What's Zoro wearing in Zoe? Oh, I didn't like blue shirt Zoro. Personal preference thing. I don't like blue shirt Zoro. All right, Nami and Zoe. I think Nami and Zoe look really. I think this was phenomenal and this was phenomenal. So either way you want to cut it, it's really good. Then Usopp and Zoe. This is fine, I guess. It's a 2. Sanji and Zoe. Oh shit, Sanji looked really good in Zoe. What the fuck? I forgot about this shit. This was Sanji and Zoe? What the hell? Okay, I think Chopper's about to have a good outfit. Chopper looked cool in Zoe. Okay, I'm gonna remove the bonnet rule for only this arc. For only this arc. For only this arc, I remove the bonnet rule. I'm gonna give Chopper a 4 for Zoe. But aside from that, he's got zeros anytime I see that fucking bonnet. Oh, this I think is a 1. I think people may disagree, but I think I really started disliking Robin's designs post time skip after Fishman Island. Maybe that's a personal preference thing, but I just think that I think this looks lame. I don't know what to say. I just think it looks lame. That's maybe a me thing. I don't know. Thrift store Robin. It's not a 1, but why? It just doesn't look. To me, this is basically what. How do I say this? So I think that because I have no skill with character design, right? Or outfit or fashion design. So to me, it's kind of like if I was personally tasked with designing an outfit for a female character, I think this is something I would go with, basically. Something very simple where it's just I don't know, she's just wearing a fucking she's just wearing a pink half sleeve top and shorts. That's it. That's basically it. Why is this good? Can someone explain to me why this is good? Why is this a good outfit? I'm serious. Why is this a good? Because this is, to me, I'm you can say Morj, we lost respect for you or whatever, but this is genuinely I get you can gain some respect for me then because this is what I would design for a female character if I had to come up with it. So are you guys calling me a genius fashion designer or something like that? Because I can come up with this, by the way. It's hey, we need what's simple women's clothing? Oh, how about half sleeve? Nothing else on it. Pink, purple, sorry. Call it a day. This is what I would design. Am I a genius fashion designer? What would you rate tell me what you would rate my fashion design skills in that sense, right? Just tell me. Am I 5? What am I, top tier? Great? Am I a genius? Loud Waffles isn't fits Robin's character? I don't know. I hard disagree. I think to me, Robin's character, it's much more interesting. Designs like this, much more show her character. Much show her character. This is stuff that actually has character to it. How does this show her character whatsoever? This is no character. This is characterless. This is basically if you wanted to give a character design without thinking about giving a character design. That's what you would do, right? It's bland but 3 like Longring Longland Nami. Because no, Longring Longland Nami has like, there's some thought to it, right? Like it's not just a blank monochrome like fucking nothing, right? There's some thought to like, there's colors to it. There's belt. There's like sandals. There's jeans. There's like more to it. This is just, there's nothing to this. This is just, again, this is literally what I would probably design if you tasked me to come up with something because I can't think of anything. Because I can't think of anything, I would do this. Hence, I can view it pretty objectively because I know that I'm not good at like fashion design sense. I can objectively say, oh yeah, this is basically what I would do if I can't think of anything. I know I'm bad at that shit. Therefore, there's like a 1, right? Does that make sense? I'll give it a 2, but I don't see why it's a 2. Why is it a 2? Because I genuinely think this is worse than like what Luffy wears normally. Because what Luffy wears normally, at least his character, right? This is just like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think like, I think color scheme wise, even, I don't think a real woman would ever even wear this. Like even by real world standards, this is not good because I think that these two color shades clash or like they're too similar, right? It's basically like someone wanted to dress like a grape. And I don't think any woman goes out and is like, oh, let me wear the same, like almost the same shade top and bottom because I want to look like a grape today. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give this, I'm going to keep it at a 1 because that's where it makes sense. Because again, this is basically if you wanted to design, put 0 effort into a character's design. That's what it would come out as. Let's move on to Frankie. Frankie and Zoe. This is, I think we can agree this is a 1, right? Come on. You got to give me that at least. Brooke and Zoe look good, if I recall. It was this... Brooke and Zoe looked fun. This is a 4 or 5. Let me give a poll. Let me give a poll. All right. Brooke and Zoe. Fuck. I think this is a 3, 4, or 5, right? Robin fans are extremely. I mean, she got all of her 5s earlier. Like Robin didn't miss for a long stretch of the story. It's just, you know, that's not really. He didn't design anything for her there. If you say it's just cute casual, it's just like. It's like no, I. That's basically like you're trying to think of like an excuse, but you can't come up with one. So you're just like, oh, it's a casual. It's like, okay, all right. Oh, people don't like Brookins? Okay, I mean, it averages out to a 4. So we'll give him a 4. I think it looked kind of good. All right, Whole Cake. Whole Cake, I think, had good designs. I think Whole Cake had a lot of good designs. Whole Cake, Luffy. I think Luffy looked great in Whole Cake. Like, I think this is one of Luffy's best designs easily. Oh, and Luffy had the... Oh, and he had the Mafia shit. I think either way you spin it, Luffy, like... Is Luffy a 4 or 5 in Whole Cake? Either design is really good. I think both of these are, like, really good for him. And then even at the end with the cloak and stuff... Look, Luffy looked very good. I think the shorts are maybe throwing me. But, like, Luffy's a 4 or 5 in Whole Cake. Lars Caesar says, it fucking was cute and casual. It's just a factual statement, my guy. That's the definition of a subjective statement. That's the definition of an opinion. All right. Luffy, Whole Cake. People, do we want to do 5? Let's do 5. Luffy and Whole Cake look really good. Zoro and Whole Cake, non-existent. Nami and Whole Cake. Nami and Whole Cake was a 5 also, right? He had a couple outfits, but like this was really good, right? And then obviously the you know, the mafia dress or whatever scene was really good. I think Nami's a 5. Usopp not in Whole Cake. Sanji and Whole Cake was really good, right? Sanji and Whole Cake was, we don't need to look again, but we can just to see. It was this shit. That was good, right? So it's a 5. Chopper and Whole Cake, I don't remember. Right. So I'm just going to give him a 0 again. And then Jinbei and Whole Cake. Oh, Brook and Whole Cake. Brook and Whole Cake. My bad. Brook and Whole Cake. Oh, I don't think Brook looked that. I don't like this personally. I don't think this looks that good. Also, I don't think this looks that good personally. What do you guys think? Maybe I should let you guys vote some more. He did also wear this. Brook Mafia. Which Brook do we want? You guys like Brook and Whole Cake? Okay, Brook, Whole Cake. Okay, people are saying 4 and 5. I think that's a personal preference for me. I think that there's like a certain look that I just think is not cool. I don't know. All right, we'll give him a 4. We'll give him a 4. It looks tight, but I'm going to do my swing vote, and I'm going to give him a 4. Jinbei and Whole Cake. Let's see. Jinbei and Whole Cake, I don't know. I think I also just generally don't like yellow that much as a color. It's rare that I think that yellow looks really good on people. This looks lame to me. I'm just going to say it's... I don't like how Jinbei dresses. I'm going to give him a 2. Oh, whoops, wrong arc. All right, Jinbei gets a 2. But in general, people look really good in Whole Cake. Wait, what did Jinbei look when they all dressed up? What was Jinbei's dressed up look? Capone beige meeting. Prince Germa, thanks for the 2. My sister said officially that she would wear it. Okay, well, I don't know if that... I'm not going to let that swing my vote for Robin. In my opinion, I don't think I've just ever seen someone just dressed as a grape. So because I've never seen anyone dressed as a grape, I'm just going to assume that maybe it's not like the best style. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like Jinbei's look. Okay. All right, continuing. Wano, I think... Okay, so from what I recall, different characters dressed really well at different points in Wano. So some people I thought dressed really well in Act 1, Act 2, but then not in Act 3, and then vice versa, right? So, Straw Hat Wano outfits. Maybe we can just get a full spread of them. Yeah, this is Act 1. So this is everyone's Act 1 Wano outfit. This is a good spread of it, right? Wait, and we said it's their best outfits, right? Nami had a really good Wano outfit heading to Wano. It was this one, but I don't know. I know we said best outfit, but I feel like we should still value a little bit like what they wore for the majority of the arc. We'll get to it as we get to it, okay? So let's look at this. JWP, thanks for the 5. Not to fat shame, but I don't think Jinbei is capable of having drip lol. No, I think he can. Like, it's just harder. I don't know. All right. All right. Okay. I think in Act 1 of Wano, a lot of them didn't really look good. I think in Act 1 and Act 2 of Wano, I think a lot of them didn't really look good. I felt like in Onigashima, a lot of them looked a lot better, personally. Luffy Act 1 and Act 2, I feel like is a 2. All of Nami's Wano... Okay. Yeah, I think Sanji looked really bad. I think that might be Sanji's worst outfit in the series. And props to him, it's the only one he didn't pick for himself. Kinemon picked it for him, right? So I think that's like a 1 or a 2. I think it's kind of a 1. I think Zoro looked good in his Wano outfit for the most part. I think that's like a 4 or 5. I think Nami's probably a 5, right? Zoro's a 5. I'll give Zoro a 5 then. I think that is like close to Honestly, this is a really good outfit for Zoro specifically because it's his true samurai look. Like, this is the most samurai Zoro's ever looked, right? Luffy's outfit looks good, I think. I think Nami's a 5, so I'm just gonna give her a 5. What was Chopper wearing here? Something dumb. Okay, he gets his 0. Usopp, I think, is, I don't know. What do you people? What to me, Usopp's like an average. I think it's like a 2. I think Usopp's got a 2. Usopp. Sanji's Germa suit. We shouldn't have done rating the best outfit. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think rating good outfits a good idea because it's just like, or best outfit is a good idea because it's just like, if somebody goes back and looks at this stream and just jumps to the end to see how people rated every outfit, it gives the wrong impression. I think the only time we've really done something really skewed was we rated Nami really highly for Drum Kingdom when we probably shouldn't have. So we can go back and change that. How about we go back and change that? We'll go back and change Nami and Drum Kingdom to, because we rated her for the coat, which she didn't wear for a lot. No, because she wore the coat for the ending section of the arc, right? So it's a significant section of the arc. Like, to me, the Germa suit, it was only 1 chapter. So if it's only what he's wearing for 1 chapter out of 100 and something chapters, or not 50 chapters that were Act 1 and Act 2, it just feels wrong. When did Nami and Drum Kingdom change? There should be like a limit. You know what I mean? There should be a limit. When did Nami and Drum Kingdom switch to her whatever outfit? Was it for like at least like 5-10 chapters or something? Because when you're only wearing, okay, so this is what she's wearing for the most part. I guess it doesn't really matter. It kind of matters. It kind of matters. It matters to the authenticity of the list. If the character's only wearing, if we're being inconsistent. She's wearing this coat later, or it's not even a coat. It's not even a coat. I'm gonna dock Nami for Drum Kingdom. We're gonna give her a 2. We're just gonna give her a 2 and call it a day and not think about it too much. Or the pajamas are like a 1 because they're pajamas. Pajamas are a 1. Pajamas are a 1. There we go. Done. Went from a 1 to from a 5 to a 1. Does that seem too harsh? Average Nami drum look is 2. Nami's most prominent. What? Fine. Most prominent teas are at the finale. She's still just wearing this like cloak. It's not really a. Is it a coat or is it just a blanket? What the fuck is it? What is she wearing? This is controversial. This is very I just got to make a hard call here. Oh my god. There's so much scrolling just to resolve this one discrepancy. But we got to be consistent. We got to be consistent. Luffy stole her drip. That's true. It's a little unfair. But to be fair, I don't think the coat is good either. Yeah, I mean, like, for most of the arc, she's just wearing these pajamas, right? The pajamas are like a 1, right? So let's call it. Fine. Rate Nami's. We skipped a lot of rare but better outfits. Yeah, I agree. It's either a 1 or it's a 2. No higher than that. It's a blanket, right, that she's carrying around. In the meantime, let me look at this shit. All right, looks like we're giving her 2 for the pajamas. All right, that evens things out. Continuing on in Wano, what do people feel about Luffy and Wano? Luffy in Wano, Act 1/2. People liked it a lot, so I'm going to give it a 3, 4, and 5 as an option. I personally don't consider it a 5, but, you know. Okay, seems like people are averaging it out to about a 4. All right, so it gets a 4. Usopp and Wano. I think Usopp's Wano outfit, to me, this looks lame, but I guess maybe people like it. I don't know. I think Frankie looks cool here, actually. I think this is a good outfit. He just looks dumb, but the outfit looks cool. I'll give people votes for Usopp as well. Usopp's definitely not a 5, but he's not a 1. So I'll give 2, 3, and 4 as the options. Kosh Pandis is Morj. You also have to change Luffy's Punk Hazard rating and be consistent. Excellent point. Luffy's going back to a... I'll give him a 2, because people really complained that I gave his Punk Hazard outfit a 1. I think it's a 1, but I'll give it a 2 for the people. For the people. Usopp people are saying is a 3. Personally, I disagree. Oh no, it's rounding to. Let's get it to a 2. See if we can get it to a 2. Fuck. Looks like I gotta give it a 3. I don't think it's a 3. I just don't think it's. I think it's a 2. Man, do I have to be dictator here? I'm gonna nerf it down to a 2. I'm calling it a 2. No, it's not that bad. Like, we called Nami's pajamas a 2. What else have we called a 2? We've said that... I don't remember all these 2s. Okay, it's not as bad as... You said Zoro was a 2 in rest. Okay, I guess we can give it a. I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. I'm just gonna. I'm calling it a 2. I'm just calling it a 2. All right, Robin. This is up to you guys. Do you fuck with the geisha look or not? Robin's a 5. Do I even have to do the poll? I'm just seeing, because sometimes I've been like, oh, something's obvious, and then you guys are like, no, not correct. I'll do 4 and 5 as the 2 options. Let's just see. Automatic 5? All right. I feel like that's fair. I was just checking. Okay, how do people feel about Frankie? Frankie, Act 1/2 of Wano. Robin looks like Izzo, says Gala. That is true. Sorry, just checking one thing. All right. All right. 3 average. Yeah, it seems fair. Okay. We'll give it a 3. Move it along. And then I think Brook looks bad because he literally has... Brook himself says he has panties on his head, right? And then the whole thing is tattered rags. It's just bad. Like, it's a deliberately bad outfit, right? So this is like a 1. It's because it's intention. I feel like arguing against it is unfair because it's intentionally supposed to be a 1. He's supposed to look like he's dead, you know? Jinbei was not in Act 1 and Act 2. Okay. So moving along. Wano Act 3. So this is just the Straw Hats at Onigashima all lined up. Do we get a better spread of it? This is maybe a better spread. Where are we at? This. How many do Onigashima outfits? Nope, not that one. Alright, let's just work with this for the moment, right? Nah, but it's not fucking... God damn it. Okay, let me try and find it in the manga. We looked at it earlier in the stream. It was like 970... 980 maybe? 989? Alright, here we go. Alright, we can look at everything. Alright, I think Luffy looks great in Onigashima. I don't personally like the orange shorts, but I like the cloak. The cloak is great, right? I think the cloak is great. I like Cloak Luffy a lot. I think this is like a 4, personally. Pre-disguised Luffy's a 5. Everyone's a 4. I don't think Luffy's a 5. You guys think Luffy's a 5? Alright, let's see. I'm fine giving him a 5. I just don't know if... Yeah, the cape makes it 5. I could give him 5. I'll give him a 5. Luffy deserves a 5 in there, right? He had one other 5. Whole cake was a 5 for him. Yeah, I'll give him a 5. I'm down. I'm on board. All right. Sanji's a 5. Easy. I think this is a contender for Sanji's best style. Everyone looked really good in Onigashima. Not everyone. But okay, not everyone. Now that I'm looking around a little bit. I think Zoro's a 4. I don't think this is a 5 outfit for Zoro, but people might disagree. This is Jinbei's best fit, but it's bottom of the barrel competition. I'm willing to give Jinbei a 3. I'll give him a 3. He can get a 3. All right, Jinbei can get a 3. I can't even tell what Brook looks like right now. Brook Onigashima. Yep, that's an easy 5. That's a 5. Why was Brook not given anything to do with such a good outfit? Huh? People think Zoro's a 5? I don't think Zoro's a 5 here. I personally think this is a 4 or like a... I don't know. I don't think this is that good. I think it's a 4, maybe a 3. I'll do a poll, but I don't think I'm going to change my mind on that. I'm kind of curious to see what people say. I think it's a 4. Like, he doesn't look bad. I just don't think it stands out that much. Maybe it's a 3 even. I could see it being a 3 over being a 5. Alright, we're going to give it a 4. Okay, Nami. Nami Onigashima, I don't know. I think it's a 4 or 5. I don't think it's her best ever, but it's kind of cool. I think he does look cooler once he puts the bandana on. It does look cooler. So it's hard to compare because we're judging him without the bandana. Actually, now I'm wondering, would people even give Nami a 3? Let me see. Here, let's do it again. I could see her at a 3. Like, I think that's fair, too. Ooh, it's 50-50. This is tight. This is very tight. Everyone get your votes in. Your vote really counts for this one. Your vote matters. All right, I guess it's a 4, but just barely. Usopp, I think, looked lame in Onigashima. Or did he? I don't know. I think he looks lame. I'm going to give him a 2. It's not like the worst thing ever. No, I just feel like there's nothing... I think there's nothing remarkable or standout about it. I'm giving it a 1. Robin and Onigashima. I don't think Robin looked that good in Onigashima. I'm going to be honest. No, actually, that's not true. She did look good in Onigashima. What the fuck is this? I think this is... To me, this is like a 4. I'm going to give Robin a 4 for this. I don't think it's a 5. Chopper. What the fuck was Chopper in Onigashima? Honestly, if it wasn't Chopper, this would look cool, right? So I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3. Frankie Onigashima. Does he even have an outfit in Onigashima? Wait, he looks kind of cool. I might give Frankie a 4 for Onigashima. It looks lame here. I'm going to give him a 3. I'm just going to give it a 3. I'm going to give him a 3. Okay, Egghead. We're wrapping up. We're going to go through this super fast because I got to take dogs out and shit. Okay. Egghead. Straw Hats. All right. Egghead designs are pretty cool. They're very vibrant. I don't know if they're like good looking. It's complicated. All right. So it's hard to explain. I don't know how to rate Egghead designs. Okay, let's keep it simple to start with, right? So Nami's a 5 and Robin's a 5 for Egghead, right? And then we work from there with the complicated ones. It's hard to say. Like, I don't understand. Like, either you really fuck with it or you don't. Zora's a 5? Yeah. Sanji looks bad in Egghead, I would agree. I think Sanji's like a 1. Usopp and what's funny is that okay, one little trend with Sanji is that Sanji has his classic look, which is some sort of suit or suit variation. I think every time he steps outside of that look to wear something else, like when he's wearing the Alabasta desert clothes, or when he's wearing like random Hawaiian shirt in Skypiea or whatever, or he's like wearing the soba seller thing in Onigashima or in Wano Act 1. Anytime he steps outside of his normal dress style, it's bad. But anytime he's in his normal dress style, it's good. So like anytime he's like allowed to dress himself the way he likes to dress himself, it's good. Anytime some decisions are being made for him or he has to do some things out of consequence, it's bad. It's kind of funny. Sanji's fit is better than pajamas that rank 2. That's true. Wait, why were the pajamas a 2? Shouldn't the pajamas be a 1? I feel like that's more reflective of the pajamas being a 1. No, I think this looks bad, though. I just think this looks bad. K-Mai says, nah, Sanji's Prince look in Whole Cake Island was good. That's true. That's true. I think very often, then. I'll amend that to say very often. Sanji, he tends to be at his best when he's allowed to make his own clothing decisions, if that makes sense. All right. I'm just going to throw polls to the people. Let's keep it simple. Yeah, let's dock the pajama. How about that? Let's dock the pajama. Because the pajamas are just fucking pajamas, right? We'll dock the pajamas. There we go. Justice is served. All right. It's better than pajamas. There we go. Meek, what's up? Okay. Who we got left? Luffy, Egghead. We have a ton of options. It's fairly split, but it seems the majority are put. No, that's pretty tight. Okay, I'm gonna give two options. I'm gonna give it 3 or a 4. 3 or 4. Luffy, Egghead. 3, 4. Hold on. Let me check one thing. Oh, shit. This is tight. This is really tight. All right. We're going to say it's a 3. Let's keep it simple. Okay. Usopp and Egg. I think Usopp looks like ass. Nah, actually, I don't know. Maybe some people feel like he pulls the look off. I think it looks silly. I think Brook looks good, but not crazy guy. I'm going to give him a 4. Brook looks good. What does Jinbei look like? Jinbei looks dumb. I'm going to give him a 2. Frankie and Egghead kind of looks not bad. Or does it look bad? It's hard to say. I'm just going to give Frankie a 3. Just giving him a 3. Not thinking about it too much. Chopper and Egghead. What did Chopper look like? It's not the worst he's ever looked. All right. I'll give Chopper. I'm just throwing out numbers now because we kind of need to close out the stream. I'll do an Usopp. Now Jinbei is 0. All right, I'll give Jinbei a 1. He's not a 0. Only Chopper gets the 0s. Okay. Chopper, Egghead. Oh, sorry, Usopp and Egghead. I give Chopper a 2. A little bit better than usual. Usopp literally has the same fit as Zoro's. How is he not a 4 or 5? It just looks worse on him. Plus, Zoro's wearing like black and dark blue. Usopp's, the colors matter. Alright, Usopp, we're going to give it 3. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to average this shit out. Okay. Google Sheets, how to average a column. Cycle cell equals average. Okay, there we go. Okay. Equals. Oh, hold on. Let me pause real quick. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I got to take dogs in a second. Hold on. Average of what? This. Yeah. Okay, Luffy's at 3.11 equals average. But I'm worried that it doesn't assign 0s to this, right? I don't think it assigns 0s. I think Robbins will tell us if it assigns 0s because she has fewer. Oh, okay, yeah, it definitely doesn't assign 0s. Oh, Frankie has a straight 3 average. That's interesting. All right. You guys impressed by how easily I'm able to do this? You guys impressed? All right. So, based on this, it looks like, in terms of Strahd rankings, oh, you can just slide. It'll automatically do it for all of them. All right, well, I'm not a pro, but it was still pretty impressive. Trundle, thanks for the 5. Everyone seems to be forgetting the Gear 5th Jinbei fan art. That's peak. I'm sure in that he looks good, because Gear 5th looks good for most people. So it looks like by the Strahd rankings, right, if we just arrange stuff around, right, so Zoro is consistently a little bit better than Luffy. Wait, Zoro has better outfits than Nami regularly on average? I think that's largely because we rate Zoro's default outfit pretty high, and he's in his default outfit pretty often. What the fuck? Zoro's... Okay, alright. Alright. I thought Sanji's better dressed than Zoro regularly. I think Sanji has some stinkers, and I think Zoro usually doesn't have, like, bad outfits, if that makes sense. I disagree with a lot of your guys' ratings for Nami's outfits, because you're like, no, her fucking Alabasta dancer outfit is a 5, but her Fishman Island outfit should be like, I don't know, you didn't let me give that a 5. Well, it's not a 5, but 4 makes sense. But then you also got upset about Dressrosa and Punk Hazard. I'm just like, this is not consistent. Usopp obviously bad, Chopper obviously bad. Robin, regularly very good outfits. I think it's just a bit of a drop-off in the New World, in my opinion. Frankie used to be something else. I think I just dislike his design so much that it skewed newer outfits. Brook, pretty good. Pretty good. Again, Brooks by default got a pretty good outfit, so it's just variations of something that looks pretty good. And then Jinbei. Yeah. Yeah. Jinbei and Chopper and Usopp just never look good. All right. Oof says the bikini haters broke the scale. Yeah, I think they just... People were just like, no, this is bad. But for some reason, this is good. Because this is cultured or something like that. You guys are just... All right. Anyway, I would love to do a vote on everyone's best outfit, but I do got to take dogs in a second. So I think instead I'm just going to say, I'll do my personal preferences. I think, in my opinion, like my favorite Robin outfit is, for me, it's Enies Lobby. For Zoro, I think it also might be... It's either Enies Lobby or Wano Act 1 or Fishman Island. Shit. I don't know. Might be Fishman Island. Brook... I kind of I don't remember all of Brook's off the top. I'll just do Thriller Bark by default. I don't remember all of his. Sorry. Nami, I think I also got Enies Lobby. I think Zoe and Whole Cake also. What's he doing? Harley? Is he doing something? That's probably fine. Okay, I'll take him in a second. Okay, wait. Okay. I don't know. I might be forget. I might have different opinions if I looked at this shit again. So I don't know. I think she had good outfits in Whole Cake Island, and Zoe and shit like that too. Sanji, I lean towards the Wano Act 1 Act, or no, Onigashima thing. Luffy, I think it's again either Onigashima or maybe I'd lean Onigashima. Frankie, first is best debut. Usopp, I like Thriller Bark Usopp a lot. Jinbei, I don't care. I'm just gonna bold this because it looks like we gave that the highest score. Chopper, I think Chopper and Enies Lobby did look good. All right, that's my personal opinions real quick. Dick so small, I piss on my balls. Thanks for the 2. You rock with that outline or not? No, it was very long, but I did receive it. It was very long, but I did receive it. Give me time. I will read it. Thanks for the reminder. Lars Caesar, thanks a lot. Water 7 Sanji, 1 in my heart. Water 7 Sanji was good. It was good. I'm surprised. I think Sanji should be higher up the list. I think that Zoro's a little overrated in this rankings, but I might be wrong. I don't know. I guess because Zoro's just not a character you associate with, like, dressing well, but I guess simple designs are sometimes good. And he doesn't really have bad designs. There's very few arcs that you're like, oh, Zoro looks, like, dumb in that arc. Lots of supers to catch up on. Hold on, I'm catching up. JWP, thanks for the 10. Yo, Morj, man, last couple streams, whenever I try to gift memberships, it just loads in a circle and doesn't let me. However, I can gift on other channels. I'm assuming it's a YouTube problem. Just wanted to let you know. Thank you very, 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 very much, man, for your continued support. And everybody in the stream really fucking appreciates when you come through and just gift memberships. There's so many people who got access to Morjcast and stuff like that thanks to JWP memberships. I appreciate the efforts. I appreciate the the attempts to do it through different channels. If you can't do it for the moment, don't worry about it, man. I appreciate everything you've done in the past, of course. Let me catch up on any supers in the past. Pocoloco says, only time Jinbei had drip was in Film Red. Let me take a look at Film Red. Jinbei Film Red. Oh, shit. Jinbei did look cool in Film Red. What the fuck? Good thing movies aren't included. We covered JWP last one. We covered Prince Germa. JWP before said Chopper and Frankie post time skip design / fits are a crime compared to pre-time skip. Yeah, I agree. Knut Worgen, I thought we said this. Nami's post Wano fit is top tier. Too bad it lasted 2 chapters before Oda became an ass man. Yeah, we covered these. I think I'm not missing any. Oh, JWP before said, that's why I mentioned 6 out of 5 for peak, because people might be downplaying good outfits because of great outfits. I agree. And, this isn't that serious at the end of the day. Like, I gave Chopper some zeros. I gave out some zeros. We could have done some 6 out of 5s, but at the end of the day, it's okay. Because I think that one of the reasons that I think Zoro might be overrepresented here is because, again, he has a very high base in that Oda doesn't usually give Zoro that many bad outfits. But then, like, certain characters have more great outfits than Zoro, and I don't know. Yeah, besides that, I think I'm caught up on everything that I see. I think I'm caught up. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a stream here. Thank you very, very, very much for tuning in. Depending on how I'm on time on Thursday, I might do a chapter prediction stream for chapter 1128 because we haven't done one of those in a bit. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Yeah, thank you very, very much. And yeah,